New Year's resolution: get my Twitch chat to stop calling me old and stinky. How is that resolution going, my man? How is that
It's
one
even
going?
worse now.
Why is it so bad?
Look at it hasn't even gotten better, moms. They have emotes for it now they were created after this point in time. At that point, I only had 3 emotes.
Yeah.
Now we got like 25 or so. They have a bunch. They got this Urso stinky emote. They have this Urso old emote, and it's just worse now for sure. Hello, moms.
How you doing, Urso? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you? I just woke up a little bit ago, though. I will let you know that right away.
You just woke up? What are you talking about?
I stream at till 8 a.m. usually in the morning. I stream like all night the last few weeks lately.
Oh my gosh, you are already.
I just been sleeping all day lately, man.
Oh,
it's been how it's been lately.
Well,
we're vibing.
I'm glad. How long between you waking up and you now joining us here on call?
Like 50 minutes.
50 minutes? What?
Yeah.
I love it. We're getting you fresh.
I had to get all that sleep in that I could before this, moms. I like my sleep, okay?
Okay, fair play. I'll do the official intro. Ladies and gentlemen, Urso family, there you are. Urso, thank you so much for joining us here. I'm glad that we get you bright and early in the evening, so we get to talk and celebrate about your life, both online and off. Let me tell you this, since usually the question is, I'm going to ask the guests, like, what have you done today? For you, what do you have planned for the rest of the day after this show?
Well, after the show, I'm probably going to go live unless I'm not feeling it, but I've been like on a hot streak lately. I've been live like the last 7 days in a row, so I'll probably keep going.
Hell yeah.
Up until my birthday. I'll probably just keep streaming every day till then. Take a break on my birthday.
Okay, and how much longer till your birthday?
We got 3 days. I mean, technically only 2 because today's only got an hour and 40 minutes left. It's on the 10th.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Well, early happy birthday to you, Urso.
Thank you.
Exciting. It sounds like there's a lot going to be happening on to the lead up to your birthday as well as the day of. But I start off these shows the same way, and I always tell the guests how we got connected, kind of to let everyone know how to connect the dots between you and I. And it's interesting because it wasn't just that you've been recommended. You've been recommended by plenty. But I knew you before those recommendations. And so I would always kind of lurk around. I'd say, all right, who's this Urso person? Let's see what's going on. And then it was during my break, I was at a coffee shop, and I remembered vividly, I was just sitting there, and I was like, you know what? Let's just shoot the shot. Let's see if Urso will want to do this thing. I don't know, everyone's talking so highly of you. I know Chloe has, I know Zen, everyone has been talking so highly of you. All the homies. And so, shot you the DM, and you were so gracious with it. You were so awesome. You're like, hell yeah, I'd love to be a part of it. Seems pretty cool. And so I'm just happy we were able to find a time for one another to spend these couple hours to learn and celebrate about you. But, I always start off here. We're going to start off about this show regarding your streamer life, your time here on Twitch and in content creation in general.
Yes.
So the first question is, as always, how long have you had your Twitch account and before you were even streaming, if that applies?
Okay. I've had this Twitch account for a long time, and I've told my chat this as well. But I think I made it in like June of 2012, I believe, is when I made it.
Holy.
Yeah, but I didn't start streaming on it until, probably a year or so after that. And then after that, it was like I didn't stream for like 6 years after that because I just stopped doing the whole live streaming stuff and just gamed pretty much.
Okay. So June of 2012. All right, Urso, what even got you here into this platform? Why did you even create the profile to begin with?
Mainly it was just because of this Minecraft server I played on called MC PvP. It's like Minecraft Hunger Games server.
Okay.
I was a big fan of that server. A lot of my friends would stream on there, and one of them, including Bad Boy Halo, he would stream on there, and I would
Mm.
help him with his streams. Not on the stream, but in the game.
Hmm.
I would have some sort of role to help him like build like a King of the Hill in Minecraft Hunger Games, just random stuff like that. And that's where he would always stream. He would post videos on YouTube, he'd stream on there, and then some of my other friends would stream as well, just playing on this Minecraft server.
That's awesome. So you started off with truly like supporting the homies and wanted to, you know, do some back end stuff in terms of NC. So then you went from June of 2012 to 2013 is when you said you streamed for the first time. Oh,
Yeah.
why did you go live? Why did you what was the sudden shift from being someone that's supporting the homie and doing a lot of behind the scenes stuffs and being more of a consumer of Twitch to all right, I want to be a part of this?
Well, before Twitch and everything, I would post on YouTube, so I already was like into content creation and
Hmm.
stuff. I just never really thought I'd be good at live streams. I didn't think I was entertaining. And then
Hmm.
some of my friends, like they had me on their streams and stuff. And they're like, "You're an entertaining guy. You're good to talk to while live. You know what to do."
Hmm.
And they're like, "You should try it out." And I was like, "You know what? I think I might." Even though all I had was a MacBook Pro from 2010, uh, I still have that MacBook Pro in my room. It's a nice little
Ooh.
but
Yeah.
but yeah, that is pretty much how it started. Just very, very low quality streams. Sadly, I can't find any of those clips or anything
Uh-huh.
from that time period anymore.
And were you streaming on that MacBook Pro?
Yeah, I was.
Holy, tell me
That
about
thing
yeah.
that thing would get like 60 FPS on a good day, if even. Most of the time while live, 20 to 30, and it was very choppy. It was not fun, moms.
How
It was
how
not fun.
how long did you rock the MacBook Pro, dude?
Uh, Probably like 3, 4 years after that. So I got a new computer in 2015. I had it for like 5 years, pretty
Yeah.
much, and it was another Mac that my parents got me. So please.
So you're telling me for the year that you tried out streaming back in 2013, all of those streams were on the MacBook Pro?
Sadly, yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, not even a spare monitor. I had chat open on my like on my 11-inch MacBook Pro. I would have Minecraft real small,
Yeah.
and then on the right side of the screen, chat. I didn't even have like it on my phone.
Mhm.
Back then, phones really weren't that good, honestly.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
sure you remember how bad they used to be,
Oh,
like in
sure.
2012, 13.
I can't even remember my 2012, 13 phone. I don't even. You're 100% right. Like there's
They weren't
no
even
way.
smartphones, really. They were just
No.
sort of, yeah, they were just regular. I mean, they were smartphones, but it was still kind of the flip phone era.
Yeah, yeah. You had those choppy like you don't really got the Facebook app. You have like the Facebook like HTTP on screen, and you're kind of scrolling as it's so scuffed. It's so bad.
Yeah.
We just said things that nobody here understands.
Yeah, no one understands moms.
We're seriously dating ourselves here, but I feel that. I
Oh,
feel that.
no.
So you said that you hung it up for after your first year in 2013. Why did you take that long 6-year break? What was it about maybe your streams or maybe your time in life at that moment that you just didn't have the time to commit to it?
I don't know. I'm not sure why it took such a long break.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was more with self-confidence issues probably.
Hmm.
And like I focused on YouTube rather than doing that cuz I've been doing YouTube whether it be old Call of Duty, old
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft or random stuff since like probably like 2010 maybe.
Yeah.
So I just did YouTube for a while.
Mm.
I actually posted a lot of videos between those years, probably like 50 or 60.
Damn.
All of them are unlisted now. You can't watch them anymore, sadly. I still have them,
Yeah.
but no one else can see them.
Not even a peep. Not even a channel point redemption for
I've shared them. I have shared some on long streams when we got nothing else to do. But
Okay.
maybe one day channel
Yeah,
point redemption. That's a good idea.
yeah,
That's a
just
good idea.
it's released for a day, just a day, and then you unlist it
Yeah.
again. All right, for those that really want to see it. I like that though. I like that. It's fascinating knowing that the story, your journey starts off at way back when, nearly a decade, if not oh no,
Yeah.
nearly a decade ago, and seeing the progression now. So when you took that break for 6 years, what was the comeback? You said from 2013, 6 years, so 2019. In 2019, what brought you back here to Twitch?
Um, Bad Boy Halo's Minecraft server Munchie MC. I did play on it
Hmm.
throughout my break of content, but I decided to get back into content on that server. It wasn't streaming though. It was just more YouTube once again.
Yeah.
I would just record videos on this prison server they had on there, and sometimes on the Kit PvP server.
Hmm.
It was basically just MC PvP had died. Bad was a big part of that server. He was like the head media manager, so he made his own server that was quite similar. Sadly, it didn't work as well with the game modes, but it
Hmm.
was still a fun server. It still is. I still play on it sometimes too now.
That's dope. I like that. I like that. So then, Urso, when did you recognize that content creation in general, whether that be YouTube or Twitch, was going to be a bigger part of your life?
Honestly, probably like pretty recently, like about a year ago
Hmm.
when I was about 6 months back into streaming again, maybe a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
I think I was about at like 7K, which was a lot for me. Like I
Hmm.
never thought like my YouTube was at like 1400 I think when I stopped, which was like
Hmm.
not which was pretty good for a young kid just trying to make videos on a
Yeah.
MacBook and stuff like that.
Totally.
So when I got like the 7K, 8K, 9K, 10K, I was like, wow, this is becoming something that could maybe be something.
Hmm.
I'm growing quite fast, faster than I expected, and there's a lot of support. So I was just very appreciative.
That's awesome. That's so dope. If I may ask a bit of a personal question, you mentioned that on YouTube there was a little bit of insecurity at the time. Can
Yeah.
can you kind of go a little bit or in depth about that? What was specifically the insecurity regarding? Was it the content?
I think more so that I was just young and I didn't want to be like, not even the content, but more so
Hmm.
myself, like my voice, how I sounded. Even though I didn't sound that much different than I do now,
Yeah.
I was just like I had a lot more insecurities and anxiety when I was younger. I'm pretty straight chilling now,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
back then I was just like a real anxious guy. Online helped me, but in person I'd be quite anxious certain times. Just how I was when I was younger. Not sure
Yeah.
why, but
What changed if you remember? What was the turning
uh,
point between then and now?
probably like college. Honestly, I got a
Yeah.
lot. I would just socialize a lot. I had nothing else to do. I wasn't doing any content or anything at all. I was just doing school.
Okay.
Just partying, just partying and stuff like that, moms.
Hey,
That's probably
that's after stream, all right. That's after stream conversations. There, I dig it though. I dig it. It's so true though. When you, I'm not here trying to promote all that jazz, but like when you put yourself out there in college and you go to a party and you're not familiar with everyone and you're just kind of chilling, you're posted up, right? You force yourself to kind of socialize. You have to figure out what to do because it gets weird. It becomes awkward if you just kind of sit in the awkwardness.
yeah, and it's a lot different than high school where you know everyone, and you're
Yeah.
you're at a university where there's tens of thousands of people. There could be anyone there that you've
Hmm.
never met before. So
Hmm.
I think that was just when I got more confident in myself. More, people like talking to me. People like hanging out with me always. So
I
I
dig
was like, I
that.
should be more confident about myself too.
I dig that. And I'm 100% going to ask about that when we get to the school segment, but I I appreciate you sharing. So let's do a little exercise here. So, all right. I want to have you compare from when you started. I'm going to say when you started in 2019, not in 2013, all right? So when
Okay.
you started streaming again in 2019 to where you are today here in 2021, how have you evolved as a creator?
I think I've gotten a lot more chill because whenever I was doing content in 2019, I wasn't streaming. I was just doing YouTube then. I was kind of a toxic Minecraft player, moms. I'm gonna be
What?
real with you. Kind
Okay.
of a little bit toxic. Not like get yourself banned off a platform toxic, saying like slurs and stuff like that, but just
Yeah.
like just like the typical like just like I just killed you, L dance, not like obviously wouldn't say L dance, that's some boomer shit.
Hmm.
But I'd be putting some swear words out there, just talking shit to them.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of my videos were in that phase. You know, I made like tutorial videos; those were more chill. But whenever I
Mhm.
was doing like PvP or anything, I was a toxic guy, and
Yeah.
sometimes chat gets to see that when I play Bed Wars. Still now, I mean, I'm a competitive gamer.
I didn't get to see that at the rock paper scissors tournament or so. I don't know.
No, I was chilling that day.
Okay, okay, all right. Fair play, fair play. Maybe we'll see it next time around. All right, we'll see it in January there. But that's fair play. You know, when you're younger and you're competitive, in the heat of the moment, you're gonna talk your shit. You know, you're gonna
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
wanna you're gonna wanna L dance. You're gonna wanna in you know. I'm sure you remember back in the Halo days. You know, teabag, all that. It's still
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Halo was a lot of fun.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's I still try to teabag in Val. If I can get one kill in Val, oh, it's over. It's done. All right,
Facts.
someone's getting teabagged. All right, someone's getting
Yeah,
bagged.
yeah.
But I dig that. I dig that. So you're saying a lot more chill, a lot more mature in your content, but every now and then,
Yeah,
you gotta throw an old school Urso.
definitely, definitely a lot more wholesome now too than I used to be. I mean, I'm a wholesome guy in general with my friends and family in real life and
Mhm.
stuff. So I just like I don't know. I wanted to use my platform more to like entertain and spread positivity rather than just being like just a toxic funny guy.
Yeah.
Have best of both worlds sometimes here and there. Switch it
Honestly,
up.
yeah, that's great. That's awesome. To be able to find that balance is so tricky, but I think it makes a streamer or a content creator so dynamic when they're
Yeah.
able to not just be kind and know when to be serious and have an honest conversation, but also you gotta roast the community. All right, they're getting too comfortable, or so
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
yeah
Facts.
that
They need humbled
yeah.
occasionally. They all need humbled occasionally.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, here's the thing, or so. All right. I've created my account back in what January of 2020, so I'm a very new frog around these parts. Uh,
Okay, okay.
that being said, I'm trying my best to catch up with my guests, trying to make up ground as to what I've missed and what's going on, and try to find middle ground with them conversationally. So that being said, I have 3 clips from your channel that
Uh-oh.
I just want to talk. What is going? What's or so? Why you
I
so?
don't know. It's gonna be something sus. That's all I'm thinking. It's gonna
Why
be some sus thing I said on stream. That's a lot of
I that's a lot of what
there's
it is.
there's a lot of top clips that are giga sus, moms. I'm not gonna lie. My
I'll,
chat likes to clip the sus moments. I don't know why.
you have my word. I did not choose any of the sus ones. All right, because that is tough. I did see a ton. You were probably one of the
Oh
longest ones I had to go through because I'm
no.
like, I cannot I cannot use this clip because it's just an out of context thing he said. But I try to find ones that are moments and memories that we can discuss upon. All right.
Okay.
So this first one here, and I'll switch over scenes. You can follow along on your end and unmute if you're watching the stream.
Okay.
But this first one here is, I would say, monumental, especially for someone who goes no face cam. All right, and this is
Hmm.
your face cam reveal. We'll watch it here, 30 seconds long on the clock, and I'll have you explain this moment to myself. All right.
Okay.
Ash with the thing. Ash, oh my goodness. There probably will be more face cams in the future. We'll see what we'll do with this chat. This is just for all you guys for being such awesome viewers, awesome homies, awesome people, part of my community. So thank you
Handsome,
so
also have a great stream.
so
Smile.
much, chat. Thank you. The Wildcats, yes, yes. Thank you, Spicy. They are. It's like a little puzzle that me and my girlfriend put together. Valkyrie, thank you for the 5 tier 1s and Lux.
First off, all right, from one glasses homie to another, those are fresh. All right, I love them. I love them.
Thank you.
I also rock like vibe with the ski mask. I don't know what it is. It's kind of, I don't know. I like it. It's kind of, if I had to redo streaming, I would make that my like identity. That's so sick. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But Urso, tell me about this moment. You said that it was your first time doing a face reveal on stream with your community. Tell us about this moment for you and what was going through your head prior.
I was really nervous, honestly. Just cause some people can be rude on Twitch.
Yeah.
You never know what people are gonna say for sure. But I was happy too about it. I was excited to get to share that moment with my community. give them a little bit more information about what I look like and what they can expect from me. Because I've told them that if I ever do become a lot bigger and able to do this more freely, rather than having to worry about finances and so forth, I will do face cams more frequently. Once we hit that road. But for now, we're chilling. Occasional face cams here and there. I thought about maybe doing one tonight, but I was like, oh no, I didn't shower yet today. I just woke up, and it's not going to work out that way.
All good, all good. If I may ask, what is it about waiting between now and then that made this decision of whether you're going to use face cam or not?
Well, I felt like the community deserved at least, know what I looked like a little bit. I didn't want to make it like how like Dream and others have put it off for like so long. No one's ever gonna know, man. I mean, the suspense is, I guess, good for his content, helps people want to be more interested when he does do the reveal. But I just thought it would be fun, and I promised Chad I'd do a sub goal for it, so we did a sub goal for it. We hit it pretty fast, and we had this stream, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really fun stream. I believe there's only like 2-3 other streams where my face is actually on the screen.
Wow.
This is a pretty older clip. This one you can't even see the VOD anymore for.
Yeah. Is it strange when you have a cam on? Is it always like, oh man, this is weird. Like I got to readjust. Like here's.
Yeah. I feel like I make weird facial expressions when I'm gaming. I mean, I've been told that before, so
everyone has a gaming face. I'm convinced of it. So
I don't open my mouth and stuff. I don't know, man. I don't think chat's seen too much of because they only had one full face cam stream, and that was pretty recent. All these other ones I had like this face mask on, or I had a ski mask, or a face mask for COVID. Just one of those would put on.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's sick. I said this to Delta a couple days ago when I had them on, and I'll say this with you. With no cam streaming, like you really have to have the personality as well as the content to carry. And so I think it's a testimony to both yourself and your ability to entertain and to engage in a way that not only keeps people around, but facilitates this community that is loving and just wants to continue gassing you up and gassing each other up. So that's really cool, man.
Well, thank you, moms.
Of course,
appreciate that.
The first one's on the house, all right. So the first one's on the house. That being said, let's go on to the second clip. All right, clip here.
Let's do it.
This one here, I'm confused. All right, I stumbled upon this one. And I just don't know what the hell is going on here. So I'm gonna have you explain to me what I was listening to. It's 36.
By Boomer Nah? What is this? Is this one? I think I know what this is, actually.
You might be familiar, all right? So let's give a listen. It's only 36 seconds long, all right?
Okay.
This is green.
And a green.
Okay.
So okay.
Muted.
Anyway.
Oh my
Oh my gosh. Please. I can't. I'm gonna unserve me, Chi.
Yeah, unmute us. Unmute us. Unmute us.
Alright. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yo, what's going on? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Please.
What is the madness? It sounds like you literally had your Discord raided. What is going on here in this clip?
As you can see, Boomer and Zed have not changed over the last 6 months. They pretty much have still been the same, and they always have been. But, so I was asleep during this. We were having a modcast. This was my first ever subathon, I believe. So, I don't know how they got in there. I think Boomer or Zen, one of them had perms, I believe, because I was asleep. I'm not too aware of what exactly went down. One of them had perms to move themselves into this channel, or they had Skippy do it. One of the two. I think they had Skippy do it. If you know you've seen little boy Skippy posting. I've seen him post copy pastas in your chat.
Oh yeah,
it's good.
I know him.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure they had him move them in there so that they could troll the mods and mess with the chat on the stream since I was asleep.
And you didn't wake up to any of that? The moaning, the yelling? You were just dead passed out?
I was in another room, honestly. So yeah, I was in another room in my apartment. I had like an office at this time. My computer and setup was in a whole nother room. There's no way I would have heard it at all.
All right, so you were good to go, but it was just this was an attack. I heard moaning, you got yelling, you got you gotta. I think there needs to be a rebuttal here, Urso. I think there needs to be a little bit of vengeance. Do you have any plans to get him back?
If they ever do a subathon where they go to sleep and are in a VC, I will totally get them back. But when Zen did his most recent subathon, he did not go into a modcast or a VC. He was just chilling. You know, he just didn't have anything on but little elevator music, man. That's all there was.
Oh my goodness! Well, Urso, I want it on the docket. All right, you know what? I'll help you out. All right, I got you back. We can do a little bit of vengeance on whoever does the subathon first. But that was vile. My ears I have an ear infection from how moist the chewing and the moaning was. It was just.
We need to get him back, moms. We need to get him back. You're right. I never even thought about the vengeance side of this.
Come on,
you're totally correct.
Too chill. All right, Ursa, you're too chill. You can't let him get away with this. All right. We'll bring it all together. All right. That's clip number 2. Very simple. Very easy. This third one here. All right. The coup de grace. It's a word that's nowadays banned on Twitch, and it just says Urso S words. For BBH.
This is a sus moment, moms. You lied to me.
This one was sus.
It's definitely. It's fine. Play it.
I remember this one being sus. Well, hey,
play it. It's a little. It's not too sus. It's just yes.
We'll listen along. All right, it's almost a minute long. Let's listen to how sus can it be, or so how sus can it be? Let's listen in.
This is the beginning of the content too.
I'll admit to simping for BBH. Definitely simp for him. I definitely simp for BBH. No one tell him that, though. No one tell him. You're not allowed to tell BBH, please. You guys promise? You promise? No, don't. No. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. He can't know. BBH will never know the truth. MC Mag with another. We promised nothing. 100 bits again. You were too kind to me. You were way too kind to me. Don't tell him though. Don't tell him. Promise everything. What if I tweet about it? He won't see it. That's all I got. That's my hope.
Okay. All right, Urso. Let's set the record straight here, because the thing is this. Based off what I was hearing, the tone. I'm a tone person. All right.
What about the tone?
Sounded like you wanted BBH to hear it. I don't know. It sounded like there was something there. All right. What was going on here? What was going here on this clip? All right, Urso. What's going on here?
This is just a sus old school Ursofamily. As you can see, everyone chilling in this stream. That says last year, guys. That's a year ago. That clip is. This is a different Urso, man. No, it's actually not a different Urso. But honestly, I was just being silly. Bad knows that I've messed around like this with him. Bad's always been an easy guy to mess around with, and I've supported him for a while. So that's where this is coming from. And my chat knows that he was a big part of the reason why I started streaming. So I respectfully, I'll shrimp for BBH any day, moms. Respectfully.
Right. If we simping respectfully for BBH, and let me ask you this: what are we simping specifically? What is the quality of BBH that you were like, man? I'm just, I'm just.
When he's just talking and you say a swear word.
Yeah.
Just when he yells that language or so, that's just I don't know, something about it, mom. Something about it.
It just riles you up there. That's the thing. You have to chill out. You're like, oh, thank goodness I stream where I could just stay seated. It's just there's too much going on there.
And he's such a nice guy too. Yeah. Like I don't know if I've met anyone nicer. I'd love to see you have him on this show one day. Honestly,
I would love that.
He'd be a cool guy to interview.
I would love that. There was another clip. I don't have it with me, but I saw you play Among Us with BBH and Ann and Boomer and everyone. And you were actually the one that was the murderer. And I don't know, you might have gaslit your way into having everyone just, vote him out. And then at the end of it, you just go, I love you. What? I love you. Bad boy, I love you. And I was just like, damn, this guy got Gone Girl energy. You got kind of that crazy lady energy kind of thing with that one. I was like, holy, I felt that was an Oscar worthy moment for you. All right. I remember that.
I feel bad for him because I remember that he was kind of upset that he was getting voted out. He was like raising his voice and stuff, which he doesn't do too often. But Among Us makes people do that, man. Among Us does indeed.
Raged. I was like, yo, what is going on? He's like, yeah, it wasn't me. It's clearly someone else, but this is what happened. It's fine. And then he just sees his character dropping the bullet. He's like, ooh wee, and I died. It got me too much, but I love that. All right, fair play. Again, Urso, that's all the clips. All right, all the clips.
And now the Twitter sus moments.
This guy watches the show. You watch the
Twitter
show.
sus moments, man.
But I take it easy. All right. As much as I love Twitch, I love Twitter, and I do have 3 and maybe a bonus of tweets of yours that I just want to talk about. All right, we're just talking. We're literally just
okay.
We may be in the talk show podcast section of Twitch, but we're just chatting.
Casual conversation between friends. Okay, respectable.
Exactly. All right. This first one here, it is the holiday season, I would say, starts in October. But this one you wrote roughly a year ago. And it was written December 31st, 2020 at 12:35 p.m. And it reads, New Year's resolution, get my Twitch chat to stop calling me old and stinky. How is that resolution going, my man? How is that
it's
one
even
going?
worse now.
Why is it so bad?
It hasn't even gotten better, moms. They have emotes for it now they were created after this point in time. At that point, I only had 3 emotes.
Yeah.
Now we got like 25 or so. They have a bunch. They got this Urso stinky emote. They have this Urso old emote, and it's just worse now for sure.
How did the old jokes start off? Did you reveal your age and then instantly they were like, oh, old?
Yeah. You know how it be for us guys and girls out there on the internet that are over the age of 22, 23, man.
Amen.
We're considered grandpas for some reason. We're in our prime. We're in our prime, guys.
Thank you.
The prime right now.
I've never liked the guests more. Wow, this is so refreshing. Wow. Oh my gosh. I need to.
Like we're in the good years, Chad. We got another good 10, 20 years till we're in the old stage. Making it more towards the 20 side. We're chilling out here.
They can't even vote. They can't even properly. They can't rent a car. They can't drink. Like, what do they?
Facts.
Get out of here. Yeah.
They don't understand. They don't understand how the world works yet, moms. They
Not
don't
at all.
understand. They think that we're old because we're on the internet. Blah 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 blah.
The thing is this, Urso, I think majority of people are watching this interview from recess. That's the thing. All right. So they're they're just the youngins. But so you gave your age. Giving your age or height is just the kiss of death on the internet, I hear, and I've recognized. But
Yeah. No matter what it is, you're gonna get memed.
Exactly. But where did Stinky come in? Where did Stinky come in of getting you tagged for that
monkey. That's because I'm a monkey and they think monkeys are stinky. I don't know, man. This isn't fair. It's not
slander.
fair. Monkeys, that's what I'm saying. Monkeys are not stinky.
No.
Some might be, but I personally am not a stinky monkey.
Not a stinky monkey. And then, you have, Hugo soundify over LOL old. You have Boomer just say, shut up, you old head ass. Everyone is just, the world is against us. All right.
My.
But here's the thing. I'm going to do a bonus tweet. This doesn't count in the 3, but here's a bonus tweet because I'm going to defend us right here. All right. I'm going to defend us here. And you sent out another tweet literally 14 days later. So this has been on your mind. You're chewing on this idea. It's a rich one.
It was brewing.
And on January 13th of the new year, at 11:49 a.m., you posted up this tweet that says, If I'm old, then that means at George Not Found is old because we the same age, you buffoons. We the same age. Can you believe that? George?
Yeah. He's an oldie, and no one calls him old though. No one calls him old. They're like, "Oh, Goggy, you're so cute and precious, Goggy."
He's a grown-ass man.
Yeah, bro, Goggy's as old as me, Mom. This is scandalous, Mom. There's nothing else to say about it. It's
Absolutely.
just like
It's absolutely out of pocket. If Goggy told me to sit my old ass down, I would listen. All right.
He would. I know Goggy. He would definitely say something like that to you for sure.
The thing is, I can't believe. Okay, he does look like he's like 16. All right, it's tough. Where I can't.
He looks so young. Why? He's blessed, man, with that smooth skin, no blemishes
Silky.
on the face.
Silky.
The hair is glistening in the camera light, man.
He did there's an emote of him clapping like this. That didn't help. It made him look
Yeah.
younger. And I was
That's what
just
I'm saying. I don't know. He's got some good genetics, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of those genetics.
whatever's in the water in the UK, I need 20 of them. All right, I just
Yeah, same.
Yeah, this American shit ain't working here. But all right, those are the tweets. That's one of the tweets. Here's the second one. All right, this
Okay.
one, we talked a little bit about sussy moments through those clips with BBH, but this one seems to be a little bit of a sussy moment on Twitter here. All right, you wrote this
Okay.
tweet January 30th, 2021 at 1:48 p.m. Okay, and it reads, "Wish I was on Lover Host so I could steal Skeppy from bad. Steal Skeppy from bad." Can you tell me the story behind this tweet before I hit you with the question?
So back in this era of my content creation, I was all over Twitter. I was using that platform pretty much daily, trying to make funny tweets. And I'm a big BBH supporter. Everyone knows about him and Skeppy, the weird lore stuff going on with him online.
Yeah.
I was like, Skeppy's a good-looking guy, man. Skeppy's a good-looking guy. You know what I'm saying? I definitely, if I could, I'd, slide my way in there. Maybe take him out for a nice, something, and then, give him back to bed at late night.
Oh my gosh. All right. That's you are just putting this on Maine. You're putting this on the show. Urso, here's the thing. All right.
No shame, Mom. No shame.
And honestly, fair play. All right. Skeppy, stunner. All right. But let me ask you this, though. You said you wish you were on Lover Host so you could steal Skeppy. What would be your strategy in doing so? How would you steal Skeppy away from bad, especially with your history with bad? You know the ins and outs of how to do this.
I never thought about that one. That's a difficult one. I don't know. It seems like Skeppy likes clothing. It seems like he likes streetwear, shoes.
Ooh, okay.
I'd give him a nice little gift or two. See if I could persuade him that way at first. I don't know. I'm not the smoothest talker.
Yeah.
When it comes to that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe we could make the road easier for us. Offer Skeppy like a pair of Yeezys or something, man. I don't know what he wants.
You're whining and dining right there. You're whining and dining. I appreciate that. Between us or so, you choosing Lover Host with that one. If you make it all the way, you choosing Lover Host.
I'd choose love on anyone on that show. I'd feel too bad doing host, honestly. No matter unless it was someone I really, really didn't like, I would feel bad doing host. Honestly,
Fair play. Honestly, yeah, it would. It's tough. That's a tough one.
I felt bad for everyone that ever got hosted at the end of the show. Honestly, I was
no.
like, dude, that's so sad. Or not like it's real romance or love.
Yeah.
It's just kind of for memes. But still, bro, it's kind of heartless. It's cold.
It feels a little bit, like a pie in the face. It's a bit embarrassing to get hosted on,
Yeah.
But fair play there. I got one more tweet here, and we're gonna shift the mood to a little something more serious here. All right,
Okay.
Something more serious. It's something you made a very big announcement here on July 24th of 2021 at 4:52 p.m. You wrote this tweet out to your community, which reads, "Big announcement. I'm going to be going full time with content and streaming for the next year or so to see what I can make of it. Loving all the support lately and want to put even more time and grind into what I love doing. heart. Expect to see some big things from all platforms. Tell me, Urso, tell me about this announcement. Tell me about this decision you made in your life to say, you know what, I'm full sending. I'm going to give this content creation journey a really good shot, a full year, which is a lot of time. And especially in trying to figure out what you want to do in the future, whether it be content creation or whatever path you go towards. But tell me about this decision you made in July.
This decision was just because content creation and just, streaming and making YouTube stuff. It's always been something I really dreamt about doing as a kid. Like I like idolized a lot of people when I was super young. I was like, be so cool if I could just play video games and do something I love, entertain people, make people happy. Just by, streaming, playing a video game. So I was like, I've had a lot of good success, luck, and support from homies and friends throughout the last, year or so.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just got my master's degree. We're chilling. If I ever need money, I can go get a job and get some money with that. I'm not really doing this for, the money or anything. It's just like something I genuinely enjoy. I wanted to see if maybe I could make it as a full-time streamer.
Yeah.
And just keep on grinding until we get to a more stable point in our life with the streaming and the content.
Was it a difficult decision to make?
No, not really. COVID made it like kind of easier than it should have been because a lot of people don't even like go to work for their jobs, and it just is like it's made like doing stuff like this like seem a lot more like of the norm, especially with like when you talk to like grandparents or parents, older people that don't really understand the internet as much. Like, even though COVID's a terrible thing and it sucks that it's still going on and so bad still, it has it's a big reason as why I'm able to do these streams and get back into the community because we were quarantined, I had nothing to do. Some of my friends said get back on the craft, we're bringing it back. Some of these people I haven't talked to in a long time, and we all rekindled. And then now we're all streamers, and a lot of us are doing very well for ourselves, which is you love to see it.
Yeah. I only as of yesterday was when I started figuring out how everyone was connected, and that's such a wild story that you all knew each other way back when.
Yeah.
And then here you are again, literally years later, many years later.
Oh, yeah.
And all very much thriving within your own, communities and such, and as well as reciprocity, sharing communities with one another. And that's I find that so beautiful and rich. I think that's the part where the MC community gets underappreciated, in my opinion, where it doesn't feel as what is it, like cutthroat, I would say. It feels very much like at that station or the group that you guys are at, it's very much let's all support one another because we know how difficult
really
this
is. Facts.
Yeah, that's great. Well, again, those are all the tweets. That's all the clips. All right, or so. That's all the tricks. No more tricks up my
Nothing
sleeve.
too sus. You could have gotten a lot worse there. There was some way more sus moments than all those. On the main too.
Hey, I know that, and I'll save that for the network. All right, or so we'll save that for the other show. But
okay.
For this one, I go a little bit easier. We gotta tenderize before we get to the cooking here.
Yeah. I feel.
But with that being said, I'm going to ask you some introspective questions about your time here on Twitch, and then we'll get into the life story, all right?
Okay.
So the first part here is I want to ask, what have you learned about yourself through streaming?
So like one of the biggest things I've probably learned from myself from streaming is that, it's helped me learn that I like myself a lot more than I thought I do, and it's helped me just be a lot more confident. And even in my college, when I first started streaming, I was still in school for my master's, and I felt like it just helped me, be able to be more confident when I'm up there giving like a 20-minute presentation. Because in master's classes, it's not just a 5-minute one; it's like 20-30 minutes. It's a long presentation, and just stuff like that. It just made me, just feel like I don't know, just more confident, more able to do stuff, more feeling myself type of vibe.
I love that. I love that it's interesting where it's like there's a lot of public speaking that comes with streaming, and
there is, yeah.
Although we're behind the camera and in your case you don't have the no cam stuff, it's still a lot of how am I going to engage with people? How do I keep people entertained? And so
Yeah.
that in itself is a skill set that you have to continuously practice and figure out what's the right moves with all that. And it's awesome that you found that confidence, your voice, if you may, through Twitch and content creation in general, maybe even before Twitch and you would say YouTube a little bit.
Yeah, I think the Twitch helped them like really set it full off, but definitely everything has helped, you know. Just seeing the nice comments from people like, "Oh, you're doing great. You make me so happy. I had a bad day. You made me smile today." Just comments like that, you know, make your heart like glow up and you just smile on the inside and out. So
Yeah.
it's just nice to be able to, you know, give some enjoyment and happiness to other people with something I love to do.
That's so true. That's so true. Or so how would you describe your streaming style? Especially to someone that maybe has never watched you. How would you describe your streaming style?
A little bit like very wholesome, chill vibes usually. I try my best to be interactive with chat as much as I can. It has gotten a little bit harder lately, honestly, because the chat's been picking up more these last few weeks than it used to. But I still try my best. Also, I just want to make sure everyone feels like they're, you know, welcomed and able to, like, you know, if they want to talk, go ahead and talk. If they want to, you know, make friends, join the Discord. A lot of people from my community have, you know, made like real good friendships, which is just like a big goal of mine because I made a lot of my big friendships that I still have now from Bad Boy Halo and his content when he was about my size of a creator about 8-9 years ago. So it's just like I feel like I'm giving back to some people, just like how Bad kind of helped me, you know, find myself, find some friends that besides just my IRL ones, you know, online friends just kind of hit different sometimes.
Yeah, no. Did you ever grow up in a time when like you were taught or told never to trust like the internet or never to conversate with people? Isn't it funky to go from that to literally this where
it's a lot different? The internet's a lot different now. I mean, it's still not the best in some places, but it's not like it used to be when me and you were first starting out on the internet like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird back then. You know that. I'm sure. I don't know if anyone
100%.
in the chat knows that, but it was not a safe place for, you know, a teenage boy or girl for sure, just talking to random people. Even now it's really not totally safe, but it's a little better, I feel like, in the gaming community at least.
No, I mean, that's why they had that whole show back in the day when they had like Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator. I remember seeing that live on television.
Yeah.
I was like,
same.
holy. Did you have a MySpace or so?
I did, but I didn't really use it. I just got it because all my middle school friends were like, get a MySpace, get a MySpace. And I've never been a big social media guy. I only really use Twitter and that stuff to promote myself, you know, help my name get more known, because the more you tweet, the more funny tweets you get. You know, more people are like, oh, I know this guy. That's Urso. He, you know, he's a chill guy. He streams on Twitch, and you know, that's just. This is how it be.
I'm doing like old person checks on you right now. I'm giving you like it's the equivalent of vibe checks. I'm just saying dated things, trying to see if you know them, having a MySpace and all that shit. I'm like, To Catch a Predator live. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, no one in chat probably had a MySpace.
Not at all. Again, not at all.
Not a single. We're probably the only ones that are even, you know, hearing this right now that have that ever had a MySpace. You know,
of the millions of people live right now, we are the only ones having this conversation. I want you to know that.
Oh yeah. You're probably actually 100% right.
I feel very confident in this. I'm very confident.
I think you're accurate with that one. Totally, honestly. A lot of people that stream are not. You know, we're older. I mean, you know, I'm getting up there. I'm getting in the mid to late 20 range now. You know, we're getting close to that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Got a couple more days of the early 20s, you know, only a few. They were in the mids, man.
When you get to that 25, it's gonna be different. So I'm gonna be honest with you, it's different. That's when I had my a little bit of identity crisis, like, oh man, okay, you know, I'm literally a quarter of a century. All right, now what?
Yeah, facts. So like it's like I could potentially be a quarter of your life, if not, you know, a little, you know, more than that.
Yeah. But I mean, either way, honestly, still wouldn't want it back. I like where I'm at right now in terms of age.
Yeah, exactly.
Screw the kids. Anyway, so let me ask you this one, Urso. All right. If I asked your community who you are and I had no idea prior, what do you think they would say to me? And you can give me both a troll or an honest answer. You know, sometimes it's easier for the troll, but I also think, what do you think they would say for both?
I think they would say that I'm a real fun, nice guy. That like gets along with them all well. You know, has a lot of fun. You know, interacts a lot, just vibes. You know, likes to make the best of most situations.
Mm-hmm.
And in the trolley version, yeah, Urso's giga sus. He's always being weird, man. He's a weirdo, funny type beat. He's always trying to make something more sus than it needs to be. Just stuff like that. You know, I am like that even in you know, IRL interactions with friends.
Mm-hmm.
I like. It's not like I'm trying to make things weird, but it's like it's funny to me.
Yeah.
You know, see how people will react to certain weird things I'll say.
What was the most recent sus thing you've said on stream? What's the most recent sus thing that they would say, yeah, all right, that's our streamer?
How about like I think I said I'd let Skippy smack my ass or I'd smack his ass. One of the two. That was the most recent for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know what?
that was definitely. I don't know which way it went there. That was probably like yesterday or last night. I don't even remember. It was within the last few days. They probably. No, I definitely said. I don't remember which. I'm trying to remember moms, but it was one of the two. Something along those lines. It's hard to remember.
I'm hearing something about Skippy licking toes. Your toes? Is this
Toes? Oh yeah.
Any bells?
I think I did say that too. I swear there was smacking ass involved in there too, though.
Listen,
there had to have been, or I'm crazy, man.
Urso, I tell my guests this. I work for you, and then the viewers second. You're making this hard on me, all right? You're making me. I've never worked this hard in my life, all right? Usually I don't want to believe them, but you're saying some stuff here. I don't even know if I want to know the context of where this conversation became. But
yeah, sometimes you just gotta be sus. Sometimes, mom, you just gotta see, you know, feel the waters. You see, you know, and Skippy, I've known him for like 10 years,
Yeah.
10 years. You know.
yeah.
He's a homie. I want to meet up with him, chill with him for a week or so one day.
Hell yeah.
So I just like messing with you, saying weird stuff like that. And
Exactly.
and we say that type of stuff even more weird in private calls. You know,
True.
you don't even want to. We don't even want to get into that. That's you know, that's an off stream type of talk.
We'll keep that off stream. We'll talk about that off stream.
Yeah. They don't need to know. They don't need
Not
to
at
know.
But you know, you want to keep them on the toes. You know, you want to keep
Yeah,
people that watch you on your show. No, I believe you now.
Exactly,
I'm
exactly.
picking up what you're throwing down there. I agree. Well, let's flip it on them. All right, let's flip it on them. All right, Urso, why don't you describe your community to me? If I showed up into your chat one day and I said, "Yo, Urso, explain the lovely usernames that are surrounding myself here in your chat," what would you say of your community?
They're also sweet and kind to me, and not even just myself. To like anyone that joins the chat, they're like, "Peepo, hey, like, hi." They try and be welcoming to make sure everyone's like, you know, feels accepted and welcomed into my chat and community. They're all just really nice. Like, there's very few people that are weird or mean in my community, and if there is, they're probably from like the past Minecraft stuff I used to do, because there's a lot more toxic people in Minecraft back in the day. But the current community I have now, they're super sweet. They're so lovely and just like good vibes to be around. Even when we used to do a lot of viewer stuff when I was first starting in my Discord, and we'd hang out in there, and it was always a blast. I'm not sure why I don't do that anymore. Honestly, I've just been grinding the streams way longer than I used to, like 6-hour streams every day. So it's just like they're just so super sweet. I swear I have one of the better chats on the whole platform, just because how nice they are and kind to me and others as well.
That's amazing. And maybe you can make that like a monthly thing, or maybe during the holidays. The holidays are coming up soon, and so more people will be available, and you can reconnect with those
Definitely.
that haven't been around as much. But see, this is so strange. Every time it's the streamer's turn to talk about the community, they never say the mean things about him, which is I love that, and I'm not asking for that, but I'm looking at the camera, and I'm looking at those that are watching here live on Twitch. What? Why can't we all just be nicer to the streamer? I don't know what it is. I don't know. They always
That's how it be. When you're a streamer, you get thrown under the bus. You get that go live button, you get thrown under the bus, man. That's how it be.
And you know what?
Anyone that streamed, even with like 1-2 viewers, those 1-2 viewers, they're gonna be throwing you under the bus as well, man. You're not safe. You're not safe anywhere, man.
And it really be your own too. It's always the mods coming for your throat with
Oh,
no
yeah.
like what the fuck? What did I do to you? And then it's just like I know a little bit of extra info, so I'm gonna get you there. But
Exactly. Yeah. All the sus stuff I've said in my mod chat Discord, the mods
boy.
bring it up in chat sometimes. They're like, "Hey, so you gotta stop making me see this." Blah
Mm-hmm.
blah 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 blah.
Screenshot that they'll make a Twitter account for you. You know, this
I
is
don't
just
mind if
slander.
any of that stuff's posted because it's funny. I'm a weird guy. I'm open about that stuff. But yeah. The mods know about. They've seen some of the weird stuff. They've shared it on Twitter and with chat.
I love that. That's actually really funny. That's actually really funny.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. One last question here before we get into life stories. All right, or so. One last question.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you: how has your community helped you in a way that they are not aware of? You know, we often as streamers are able to see really kind DMs or things in the chat that are saying, hey, you made my day, or hey, I really needed this. But very rarely does the community get to see it from our end. I mean, if it is, it's it's usually at the end of the stream and then we leave. But here, and I'd like to put this at the beginning of the show, how has your community helped you in a way that they aren't aware of?
Well, my community does a lot of nice things for me, but one of the biggest ways that they probably have helped me that they're kind of unaware is I was a little bit lonely and sad at times when I first started streaming. But whenever I would go live and talk to all of them and hang out with them, it kind of just would fade away as the stream, got longer.
Yeah.
I would just be vibing with them, even if there was only like 10, 20 people when I first started. It was just like, it was nice. They were all like, oh, we love your voice is so cool. Like all these compliments that, you don't really get too regularly on a daily basis in person because people are a little bit more protected, more, isolated with stuff like that, unless it's like a significant other. But like when it's from like random strangers, it just like hits differently. And they just helped me, kind of, find what I wanted to do for these next few years, find myself, figure out how to be more happy, even if you are lonely, stuff like that can always still be, fixed as well. And that they've just been, there's so much more that, they've done than just that. They're great. They're great. They've helped a lot for sure. And I never really had too much mental health issues. But I did have a little bit of sadness. I don't know if it's depression or whatever. I never went to like a doctor, but they always would help me with that type of stuff. Just make me feel happier than I was before when I went live.
You said a really powerful statement there, and I hope it doesn't go unnoticed. You said they helped you found yourself. And I want to be able to highlight that because that's such a beautiful thing to say, where again, we're just going live. We're doing this thing and we're trying to entertain and hang out and whatever. And for you to say, yeah, well, in some of my lonely moments in life and even maybe identity a little bit, you've helped me essentially be the best version of you to date. And
facts.
I find that so beautiful.
I definitely feel like I've changed a lot over the last, year and a half, 2 years. Definitely for the better. I feel like I'm more, before I was not like, I would kind of keep my emotions locked up, which is not healthy for anyone. It's let your emotions out, try and understand them, figure out what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Everyone's different, but before the streaming, I felt like, not like with everyone, with my girlfriend who's my ex now, we would keep it, emotion pretty good there. Like that emotion stuff was good with her, but just with other stuff, like with how I thought about myself and self-confidence stuff, all that stuff, they just helped a lot with that, and kind of like help me find myself, appreciate myself more, and push myself to do things I love, no matter what anyone says about it.
That's huge. That is like, it is paramount that a community understands how much they are holding up the streamer, because there's so many times we want to throw in the towel or having so many bad days or overwhelmed or
Facts.
feeling discouraged, and it really means the world for people to show up and just talk and be there, or send those DMs. Yeah,
Yeah.
it means the world. It really does. So that's really sick, dude. I'm happy for you, and I'm really glad that you were able to share that here tonight.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And
course.
even if I never respond to a DM that's like that, people gotta understand. I'm always seeing these. I'm always, recognizing and sometimes saving them
Oh
as
yeah,
well, just for
that's
memories.
huge. Yeah,
I
make
got
sure
a
you
lot
have
of
a
folders
folder.
of stuff. Yeah,
There
I do.
you
I
go.
got an art folder and then
Yeah.
some just random DMs folder. Chat,
Same.
anyone listening, you guys will never get to find out what's in this folder though. That's private, classified Urso information.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. Never. All right. That's locked up. 20
Oh, yeah.
passwords. That being
Just for me only.
for my eyes only. That being said, Urso, that's the first part of the show. See? It's as easy as that. It's as
Hey,
easy as that.
Let's go.
Do you need to use the restroom or get any water at all?
Yeah, I could. I am honestly out of water. I need
Go
to
ahead.
go get some more water.
Get
That'd be
some
nice,
water. We'll switch
I'll be-
places.
but I'll be quick. I'll be right
Oh, don't
back.
worry
All
about
I
it.
need is water.
All right. Go ahead. Get your water there.
Right.
Awesome. And all those, thank you so much for watching live here with Urso and myself. I did notice, Chloe, thanks so much for the gifted, Chloe. You too much, above and beyond to Ariana. I will say this, for those that are subbed, that have been gifted subs, that have resubbed, your name will now be plastered all over the end of my content that will be posted on YouTube for the month or however long you're subbed here for this channel, as well as some other cool perks that are involved. I got to actually write you all a letter that I'll probably get done by tomorrow and post on my website and blog. So a little bit of a thank you and a behind the scenes of what's to come here on this channel. Guys, you're so sick, dude. I really enjoy, it's nice talking to a fellow old head. There's something about it that's just so like even playing field, like relatable, I guess is what I'm looking for. Jen, take it to the D. Okay. What am I reading? What am I even invited here to my own shows here? All right.
Hello.
What up, Urso? What up? All right,
What is Jen's taking it to the DMs?
I don't know. They're doing something. I'm not even reading this. I'm too enamored by the
I've
conversation.
been trying not to watch. I've been looking away from chat. I've watched your shows. I know you like
Yeah.
it better when we, as the guests, do not give in to the chat.
They're gonna have their time.
They'll have their time. Yeah, they'll have their time later. Exactly.
They'll have their time right now. I got to use the restroom, or so I let the guests go first.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the chat is yours. I'll be right back in about a minute or two. All right.
Okay, sounds
All right.
good.
Peace.
So, chat, how are you enjoying the show, guys? How are we enjoying? What's up, Say? Hello, Ikari, Chloe, Frey, Null, Lisa. We enjoyed. What's up, Zen? Ayo, Mr. Bands. How you doing, homie? What's up, Donna? Willow, Miss Cassie. Hey, Monkey. What's up, JD? Guys, this is be real with you. This is a little like, I was nervous before this. What's up, Boomer? What's up, Soundify? I was a little nervous before this, but we're chilling, man. This is after streaming for so long, I'm able to just talk about this stuff pretty naturally with you guys, and always appreciate you guys being so chill. Friends and viewers and homies, all you guys. We do this because you guys are awesome. Help me do something I love to do. So, I'm Ursa's biggest fan. I'm your biggest fan, Ursofamily. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out for a later date, man. We'll have to figure that out for a later date. Yeah, this is fun. I agree, JD. This is fun. I'm a big fan. Please notice me. What's up, Chloe Ole? How you doing? Not sure if I've heard of you before, but what's up? Big fan. Okay, cool. Urso's mom is Urso mom's is old. He may add some year on your age. I don't need that. I do not need that, bruh. I already get called old enough, man. I need to keep the youth for as long as we can, guys. I need to keep that youth for as long as we possibly can. Yeah. What's up, Asthmatica? Hello. Are you old? No, chat. I'm young. Chat. I'm in my prime, chat. As we all know. I'm in the prime age of being a human. The prime. He's literally 70. That's not true. I'm in the prime, chat. If I was a professional athlete, I'd be in my prime years right now. You know, I'm I'd like to think I'm a professional gamer. Probably not really, more of an entertainer. But we're in the prime, chat. We're chilling. We're heavy chilling. We're having a good time. You guys are just jealous. You're haters. That's what it is. You're haters. You guys wish you were in your prime. So you're gonna just make fun of us. That's how it be. It's respectable, but disrespectfully. Yeah, L, you're not in your prime, and I'm in my prime, so that's how it's gonna be, chat.
What are these attacks? I used the restroom once, and I'm just getting
We're getting
destroyed.
called old. I'm trying to defend us. I'm telling them if we were pro athletes, we'd be the newscast would be like, oh, Ursofamily mom's the host. They're in their prime right now. They're killing it, man.
Honestly, isn't it kind of crazy that like you see athletes today and they are around our age and it's terrifying, like or younger. There was this one. I have a classmate. Long story short, I have a classmate. He competed in the World Cup, and I texted him and I said, "Yo, congrats on being in the World Cup. I could fit in medium t-shirts. Like that was my accomplishment of that year." And it is just insane knowing that is what we're up against. Is that
I know,
up
man.
against? No, we don't really compare, but it's just one of those things. Where it's just like that's such a weird understanding that now we are the.
Yeah.
Now it's our turn to run the world.
It's getting to that point, honestly. We're getting closer and closer, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's that. Anywho.
Yeah, look, we don't need to talk about, those numbers or any of that stuff.
I thought the numbers don't matter here on Twitch. I thought numbers like age don't matter and height.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what everyone says, but they're lying to us, moms. They're trying to make us feel, sometimes they do try and make us feel better, but
Yeah. Fair
should have
play.
seen what they were saying while you were gone, moms. You don't want to scroll up.
Yeah,
It was mainly slandering my age more so than yours.
I'll have to watch the VOD regardless for when I do all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll run into all this in due time. All right. How are you feeling? I know before the show started, you said there was a little bit of the nerves as always. How you feeling now or so?
I'm chilling. I'm enjoying it. You're a easy guy to talk to. I like talking to you. We should vibe sometime off stream.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly.
100%.
Yeah, we should.
I'll be down.
Because I get along with you pretty well. I get along with a lot of people, but I like you. I like your vibes a lot.
That's too sweet, man. No, I appreciate that. I know. What was it after the show last night with Boomer and Zen? They both told me they're like, "You're gonna love him. You're gonna love her." So he's an old head like you, and you guys are just gonna you're gonna get along. So I was like, I say less. I got you. I'll take the recommendation there, but. We're going to move here into the heart of the show, Urso, all right? It's the reason why I do this time and time again. You are the 113th person I've had this moment with, and we're going to talk about your life story, all right?
Oh, yes.
Before we get started, I always tell the guest, as well as all those watching live here on Twitch and maybe in the future on YouTube, this. And it's the fact that any individual that's willing to share their story, their life story, and intimate details of the nature to someone else should be respected and honored. And the thing is this, because it's the nature of my job and the nature of my show, I'm going to be asking you questions. And sometimes I'm going to ask you follow-up questions to clarify your responses and your answers. Okay. However, if there's ever a question that you don't feel comfortable talking about, that maybe goes too far or hits a spot that's a bit sensitive, feel free to give a general answer. Feel free to give a non-answer. Feel free to tell me to move along. I have no problem with that. It's part of the job. And I want to make sure that you understand that you're in complete control of this part of the show. All right?
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Of course. I got your back. This is always the hardest part because we're going to talk a little bit about your family life and growing up. And the first question is always the one that kind of it sets the tone of like trying to preface or dance around it. But it's this. It's that in general, whether it be a general city, state, location, where were you born and raised or so?
So I was born and raised in like Eastern Pennsylvania area.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was born there, and then I ended up living in Ohio as an infant and toddler for like a year or two. Mm-hmm. But I've lived in like 8-9 different states throughout my life. I've been all over the place as a kid. Specifically, would move all the time. Just the economy wasn't the best around that time in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
People would be getting laid off all the time.
Mhm.
Dad would have to get new jobs here and there. But one thing about that I did enjoy, I was always a new kid in school, so I was able to make friends a lot easier because of that. I would know sort of what going into being a new kid was like. Would be able to just kind of talk to people and make friends quite easily. That was one good thing I found out of all the moving I had to do as a kid.
In terms of moving, was it a lot of out of state or was it city to city? I mean, moving.
It was mainly out of state, honestly. Pretty much every time. I mean, maybe one or two times it was in the same state, which was Pennsylvania, the main state I've lived in the most years of my life.
Mhm.
But it's been like Virginia, Maine, Texas, Ohio, and then like a few others for just a short time.
You are playing Risk right now, man. You are going through all the territories here in the United States.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Maine was really cool though. I'd live there again. I've gone camping there recently.
Oh,
It was
sick.
a cool place.
I hear it is sick. I got some homies there too. I hear the world of it. Was it difficult for you at such a young age to be moving around very often? Maybe socially, maybe just emotionally, because you like never really having the feelings of like, can I call this place home, or are we gonna move in the next couple years?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember like being sad as a kid because I'd have to leave my friends. And I mean, obviously, I always made new friends, but it's like those friends I had when I was younger. I mean, I have them added on Facebook. Sometimes I'll message them like every couple years. It's like I always wonder like what would have happened if I stayed there. Like how good of friends would I have been with these people that I never really got to continue the bond of friendship with them
Yeah,
because of my moving so much. It just was something you can't choose as a kid. You just go where your parents go. It's what you do.
100%, 100%. Urso, any siblings?
Yeah, I do have one sister, and then I have a little brother too.
Older sister?
No, they're both younger. I'm the
Both younger.
oldest.
Oh, the oldest in the family. How was that? Tell me the dynamic being the oldest between your sister and your brother.
Uh, you know, I mean, my sister was only a year and a half younger than me. She's very
Mhm.
close. It wasn't
Okay.
too much of a gap,
Mhm.
Like we were always playing together. Me and her always hung out.
Yeah.
I always loved playing with her, but she's gotta eat meat sometimes. She would try to like hurt me sometimes, like biting me and stuff, especially when we were younger.
Yeah, I would hope not now, but okay.
No, yeah. But yeah, she would indeed, yeah. But it was I like being the oldest. I feel like the oldest child gets babied more so too, and it was, you know what I mean. I don't know if you know what I mean, but like you just sort of have this treatment where you're the firstborn, you're like the precious little first baby, blah blah blah. So you get treated real kind. I don't know. I just felt like I was a little baby, and I kind of liked it as a kid.
Yeah.
Not obviously now.
Yeah, it gets a little bit old the older you get. But in terms of your siblings, were you a protective older brother? Like, what was your style then as the oldest in the family? Did you often ever abuse being the oldest, where you're like, hey, oldest privileges here, all right, I get to do this and that?
I don't think I did. No, not really.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, my sister was more about like stuff like that than I was. She was more of the manipulator than I. I was always a straight shooter. Always like kind of making myself know what I'm planning to do usually, and still even am like that now. I mean, like I don't know about overprotective or like, but if like someone was like, if someone was trying to like say something bad to my sister when I was in like middle school, elementary school, I'd throw hands, man.
Yeah,
I'm not
of course.
scared. I'll throw hands for that any
Yeah.
day, man.
Yeah. How about
throw
you?
'em.
How about you and your youngest brother though?
So he's a lot younger than
Mm.
me. He's like 8. So he's like that's a
Oh.
big age difference.
Yeah.
So I mean I love him. He's a big Minecrafter.
What?
Even though he's so young, he likes the craft, man. He likes the craft. After my stream the other day, I showed him my hardcore world, showed him some of the stuff because he doesn't really know how to do it the best, but he's learning and he likes the craft. I showed him all the stuff. He's like, "Wow!" He's like, "What is?" I was like, "This is a Trident farm. This is an Iron Golem farm. This is the base." treating him well, and he's just like kind of becoming a gamer because of me.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's because of me, but he likes the game.
You
But
are
I think a
creating
lot
a
of
prodigy right now. All right, you are training him to take over. Is this going to be a whole branding thing, or you are literally Ursofamily, and then suddenly you're like your siblings are in this, the family grows within here on Twitch and YouTube? Is this how it's playing out?
Maybe one day he wants to do that stuff
Mhm.
because of me though, which I don't want. He's at such a young age. I want him to focus
Yeah.
on school and that stuff. I don't want him to be clouded and worried about like gaming and all that stuff. Just enjoy your young years. It's really like when you're just trying to learn about how life works
Yeah.
and stuff. Maybe one day we'll have him on a stream, and it'd be harder to do. I'm gonna wait till he get a little older,
Fair
so
play.
his brain filter is more there, so he's not gonna reveal any secret or personal information accidentally on
Yeah.
stream, like
Good idea.
names, stuff like that. You never.
Locations, any of that.
Yeah, you can't trust youngins like that. They don't have that filter to understand what's when you need to not reveal stuff and when to reveal certain stuff. It's just something you'll
Completely.
learn as you grow up.
Tell me, when you first told your youngest brother that this is what you're doing, like, yo, I do Minecraft stuff here. I'm on Twitch. Like, people know me for this. What was his reaction?
He wanted to watch, and he did watch for a while. Because back then I was family friendly, but
Yeah.
I'm no longer. I couldn't do it anymore, moms. I'm a swearer outside of NVC's private calls. I've been toning it down a little bit today because I know you're putting this on YouTube, and I know
you
you're
can if
swearing
you
here and
want.
there.
It's not the first 30 seconds, so hey, fuck it. Yeah, you can say it.
Yeah, fuck,
you're good.
But chat knows I like to swear. Anytime I die in Bed Wars, I'm just like, oh, fucking cock or some shit. Like, they know. But yeah, but my little brother, he loves it. He's like super into it. He used to love watching the streams. I mean, sadly, I just can't do the family friendly stuff anymore. It's just too. Maybe on YouTube I could and make a channel like that because there's a lot of audience for younger kids and Minecraft and family friendly content. But on Twitch, he's not even allowed on that platform. He only would ever watch when he's with my mom and she's showing, holding the phone or the computer. Like, he's too young to use the platform. And like, I feel like you shouldn't be on Twitch when you're young anyway. Twitch is like, even 13's a bit young for Twitch. I feel like, there's
100%.
a lot of weird stuff on Twitch. I'm sure you are aware of, some of the weird stuff.
I
that
gotta
goes
sift
down
through
on
it
the
all the
platform.
time. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's just not safe. But like, he loves it. He's real into it. He always wants to play Minecraft. He's trying to get me to play Roblox with him for the last week, and I just have not done it yet. I have been heavy grinding. I've streamed the last 7 days for about 4 to 6 hours. Been on the grind lately.
I feel that. How was the transition between, when you stopped being family friendly, telling like your brother and your mom, like, hey guys, I don't know if you want to watch these next coming streams?
Yeah, it was I felt a little bad and a little awkward about it. Cause like, he did enjoy it, but there's YouTube, man. He can watch Preston Plays and other people like that. You know what I mean? That's what is meant for his age. I am not meant for his,
Big shout out to Preston Plays right there. All right, you giving him that was the first one to come to mind there for your.
I go upstairs after my streams at like 9 a.m. Get a bagel, cream cheese, take a shower. He's up there watching Preston Plays before he goes to school.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of his videos because of my little brother. I've actually never watched them prior to him showing me them. Yeah, they're not terrible. They're not terrible, but it's just like. Not my type of vibe on a content.
Yeah, you're not the demographic that Preston's making the content for. All right, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, but he's a good creator. I'll admit that he's doing good. I respect his grind, and he's a consistent uploader too.
Yeah, there you go. Tell me this. All right, we're going from your siblings. Tell me about your parents, Urso. Tell me about your dynamic between you and your family, your parents specifically.
Well, I would always get along with both of them and always like enjoyed like hanging out with them. Like they would always support me a lot. I was a very athletic kid. Excuse me, I had a burp. I was a very athletic kid as a child. I played like flag footballs. I honestly, it'd be easier to not name sports I didn't play because they put me in so many sports, and I enjoyed it. They were supportive. They always push me to, do what I could do best with whatever I wanted to do in life, whether that be sports, school, or even streaming now. They're always there for me, and I appreciate it, and love them for that.
I love that. I love that. I'm gonna ask you this. All right, here it comes. I'm gonna ask for a little bit of story time. Can you give
Okay.
me a a bit of wisdom that both your ma, your pa, individually have given you that you still hold true to this very day? Something that you hold to your heart that you're like, they taught me this growing up, and it's something that I still apply now.
Well, it's gonna be a little bit different for both, and we'll start with my mom more because it's a little bit more on the wholesome side. I think that's where I get a
Okay.
lot of my wholesomeness from. She would always tell me just to do my best no matter what, and as long as I did my best, she would be very proud, and just making sure I know that as long as I was trying and doing something I enjoyed,
Hmm.
that and it made me happy, that's good for you, that's good for life, and it's good to enjoy things, and make yourself happy from something you do, like school, work, whatever it may be, hobbies, all that stuff. And then for my dad, he was always more of a practical type of guy. He's a businessman, so he's always like, the main thing I would take away from him is like, and I do like listen to both these things from my parents now. Like it's a little bit I don't know. I'll just say it. He would always say, never trust people too much. You never know what people's
Yeah.
ulterior motives are.
Yeah.
You never know what they're trying to get out of you. Always be looking out for yourself first and foremost. I mean, that's obviously I still got a group of people I rely on and respect and appreciate.
Hmm.
But it's just like he told me that when I was younger, and it's just like it's good. It's good to listen to that. It's good to always be aware of what's going on with you. You never like I've had not even online. I've had close friends like do stuff to me I was not expecting. Just kind
Yeah.
of
Backstab.
something they shouldn't have done, and it just was rude. But like it's like they're best friends, like, and they still betray you. You never really know what. You never really can gauge what's going on inside another person's brain, and that's what I took from that with him. And with my mom, it's just she was always like, be kind to others, respect others, and just sort of like do your best was sort of what she would always say to me.
I love that. I love that. I think that's a good range of wisdom. So you get both sides. You have that wholesomeness where it is like loving and taking care of others as well as receiving it and taking that into yourself, but also
Yeah,
having the right judgment, the right understanding that not everyone is going to be kind. That's just how the world is. With goodness there's also evil, and so
facts.
recognizing that some people are out there for themselves, some people that you consider friends are going to hurt you, some people that
Exactly.
even in business too. I'm sure your dad being practical can share that, where it's like in business plenty of people, they'll talk
It's
about partnerships.
unfortunate. Yeah.
It's yeah, it's sad, but no, not even a contract will be able to keep people as honest as it could try. It could help,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's true.
you see a lot of intentions down the road, and it's something that is where wisdom takes over and experience takes over rather than that moment. But man, let's create a moment here, all right? Or so I
Okay.
never call myself a content creator unless I have to, like when I'm typing shit out. I consider myself someone who creates and captures moments and memories. That's what I do. That's my job. All right. That's
Okay.
my well, not my job. That's what I love doing. But let's do one here tonight, okay? You and I were both old heads, and time is not stopping anytime soon, and it never will.
Nope.
Not,
Nope.
not at all. And we're moving,
Sadly not.
we're moving forward in life, and we're seeing our families age, our siblings, our parents, everyone around us, our best friends are all aging. They're going their ways in life, doing their own thing.
Facts.
But what is something that you would like your family to never forget about you, Urso? No matter where you go in life, when you
Hmm.
move away and start your own family and your own life, what is something your family should always remember about you that they could save here in this VOD on Twitch and YouTube?
Probably just my vibe, my silly, goofy, happy-go-lucky type mood. Like when I was a kid, I would always try and I'd always make people smile and happy. Like I was the class clown for a while. Not anymore. When I got to college, I got a little bit more my feels. Wanted to be like more, not out there as much. But like as a kid and stuff, I was always, making my mom laugh and my dad laugh, and I always want, then I want them to always remember is just like I would always be able to put a smile on their face. Just make them even in a dark moment, make some light of that moment, and be able to, just appreciate that life's not always about, sadness. There's also happiness that can come out of any situation, moment, or time.
I like that. Was that your role in your family more often than not? When things got tense and stressful, you were always there to kind of to break that tension, to be either the comedic relief or someone that's just that you can give a shoulder or an ear to listen to, a shoulder to lean on.
I guess a little bit. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, it's hard to analyze yourself to where like others perceive you.
True.
But definitely, I feel like as myself, I would like to think that's what I did for like my family when we were going through like tough times, like like when where we didn't have a lot of money because the recession of the early 2000s definitely was a tough time for my family. So yeah, I tried my best, and I feel like I hope I was able to do that. And yeah, I still like even at like big family gatherings, I have a lot of cousins, so I'd always be making everyone laugh by saying something weird or goofy. That's just how I was back then. I mean, even now I'm not really too much like that anymore, but I still do. When I get around them, memories start coming back. I start kind of acting like how I used to.
I think you took that show on the road, if you ask me. I think you're taking that on Twitch, and now you're saying, "All right, let's use let's use the skill set and bring it here to the people."
I definitely use it more so online now than I used to in person. I mean, respectfully, I don't have as many in IRL interactions as I used to.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends have moved to other states. They're married. They have kids. Man, it's just like,
my gosh, oh,
man, I'm not ready for kids or marriage yet. I'm chilling, bro. I'm straight chilling, man. I like being in a relationship, but I'm not ready for the marriage. I'm not ready to be for that yet, man.
Urso, we gotta talk offline about this shit, man. You getting me in my feels right now because you are striking a chord. All right, you are striking a chord. You ain't just striking a chord. I think you playing the new Adele single right now. All right, that got me hit. You hit me. Oh my gosh. I fully agree. But I'm glad that you are able to provide that for your family and now to your community here as well on Twitch. That's sick. We got to talk about everyone. All right, we got to talk about all of your family. I want to talk about you now.
Okay.
Who were you growing up? Give me those preteen to teenage years, Urso. What was going through your head and emotions at that time?
So like preteen Urso. Not too confident of a dude, he was not as confident as he is now. He was just like, getting through life, playing games, vibing, hanging out with friends, a lot of sports, moms, a lot of sports.
Yeah.
I was confident with my athleticism because I was always good at whatever sport I would try, pretty much besides like hockey. I wasn't a good skater. And but yeah, I was confident in that regards, but not with my personal self. I always would feel like just self-image issues as a preteen and so forth. I'm not sure why. I don't really have those anymore. Everyone occasionally has issues with their self-image and how they feel about themselves and how they're perceived by others. But I'm able to feel now at this point I'm chilling. But back then it was a different story. I was always worrying about what others were thinking of me. I would even be nervous to like go up like to the waitress, and ask her for a straw or something. Honestly, back then, like I don't know if it's just a kid thing, but like preteen or so is like my dad would be like, he wouldn't even ask for me. He would force me to do it, which probably helped me get better with that stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just nervous to talk to strangers and just like. I was, if I knew you, I was really like, funny, goofy, weird. But if I wasn't acquainted well with you, I was sort of just like reserved,
Looking back now in your life or so, where maybe can you give us a moment where maybe those insecurities had you miss out on an opportunity or had you miss out on a certain moment in life because you're just like, damn, I'm in my feels. I'm worried about me in this regard. where I didn't feel comfortable, getting into this, and because of that, I missed out on something there.
That's a tough one I'm trying to think of a
Mm-hmm.
specific time. Maybe like a rough example would be like when I went to college. I went to school where most of my friends from school were going because
Mm-hmm.
at that point I was still like trying to figure out myself and be more confident. But I wasn't yet. And like I told you in the beginning of the show, college helped a lot with that. But so with college, I chose like a university that a lot of my friends went to from my school, and I even like got a dorm with one of my buddies from school too, just because I was a little bit like afraid to go out on my own, and I always wonder what would have happened if I went to like Cali or somewhere else for school. Just made a new friend group.
Hell yeah.
Never. It's just like stuff like that sort of held me back, kind of. And that's probably the biggest example I can think of. I mean, I can't really think of anything else, prior to that either.
That's a huge example too. I mean, you're always looking now in terms of, or we are looking now. We're not always looking of how, because of one decision, now you're thinking what could have been or what was there. But I mean, I'm also a believer that I think everything happens for its own reason. So
Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with you there.
But it is one of those things where you went to college, and we'll talk about this in the next section, and you found your voice, you found your identity there. Let me move on here from your family story into your education, the least sexy topic in terms of a title. I still haven't figured out a better name for education. I think I wrote it as high school and college. But
I'm looking at it. I see that high school and college.
Because I feel like as soon as someone sees education on screen, all right, I got to get out of here.
It's time to tune out and go check out somewhere else. Yeah, I feel you there. No one like, especially the age group that's primarily the main people on Twitch, definitely.
Exactly. But we're gonna talk about who you were in high school. All right, we're going straight into high school, and I'm sure you're familiar with a lot of the stereotypes. You got the jocks, the nerds, the stoners, the loners, whatever it may be. All right, popular kids, preppy kids. In the spectrum of stereotypes of high school cliques or individuals in high school, where do you feel like you fall under that spectrum? Within what category?
How honest should I be here, Moms? How much you feeling here?
What do you mean?
How honest you want me to be with this? You want me to
100%.
straight out just say it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was always in sports, so I was always a part of like the jock group. But I was a mixed guy. I was a part of, I was like a variety type of guy.
Okay.
So I was like with the jocks. I was with like the popular kids as well, which was like my main friend group. I hung out with them more so.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would like throw parties and stuff and go to parties with them in high school. I was like that kind of. Those are the two I was kind of intermingled with.
Why were you so hesitant to sharing that?
I don't talk to my chat much about my partying and my lifestyle like that. I don't want them to think differently of me or think they should. We as content creators, when you leave images on kids and teenagers and anyone that's watching might take something away from what we say. And I don't want people to think like just because Urso did this, I should go, underage, blah blah blah. Don't do the underage drinking, guys. Just chill out, man.
Yeah.
Like that. I was just a crazy guy, and whenever I was in high school, things were a little bit more lenient. I'm sure you can relate to that as well.
Oh, 100%.
Like it's a lot different now.
Such a different time. I mean, back then the literally the ingredients of a Four Loko could kill you. Like that's how you know what I mean?
Those were crazy.
You had to change the damn I remember those. I was like,
I remember those at senior trip. Oh my.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're giving me flashbacks now. I could smell it. I could taste it. Like it's still in the taste of my tongue. But
high school senior trip, man. Oh.
We got Chad Urso here, right? I didn't recognize you with the jocks, you with the popular kids.
That's what I don't talk about it much. I don't want people to think it's just who I was back then. I would just like my dad was chill. I don't know if I should say this on Twitch, but he would literally purchase me alcohol and I'd throw
that one I'm shouldn't have done. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have. You just no snitches here until you just gave your
Right,
plug.
it's okay. Hey, that's the statutes of limitations,
Ah,
Mom.
yes, it's
Statutes
been
of
over 5
limitations.
years. You can't get us.
Technically, no one can prosecute, nor can they, dispute these claims.
Mhm.
It's all word of mouth.
Yeah. Well, let me
But-
drag in your dad here on the call. Let me. One of these days, I'm doing that to some guests. I swear. I swear. But
I
that's.
talked to my mom before this show, and she's like, "I'm coming on there." I'm like, "Oh no, you're not, Mom."
Oh my gosh, I'd be terrified. I would be petrified.
I heard you. I heard you last night talking about how Brett's mom came on. I was like, "Bro, Mom, you're not doing that. He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't vibe with that. It makes him feel a little more awkward, I would think, as well."
I've had 5 parents come on in the past, and it's not a problem. I've actually had a parent DM me and thank me for it. I don't know if that was like a thank you, now I'm going to scold my kid, but like it was one of those things where it's like, it gets a little like the second I know that the parent's watching, I'm thinking, all right, so now I'm kind of, I'm toning myself down a little because I get nervous for the guests. Not for me. I don't know if I'm going to be your parents, but it's one of those
My
things
mom
where,
might be watching right now. It's possible.
Hey.
Definitely possible that she might be asleep by now. We've had a lot going on lately.
Fair play. But going back to your time here in high school, all right? Of course, I have to ask the layup questions. What was your subject? What was your go-to? What was the one that you knew you were gonna get an easy A on?
Honestly, Moms, I did not care about school at that point
Mm-hmm.
in my life. I did not study. I did not pay attention.
Yeah.
I just vibed, man.
What are you doing all the time during high school if you were not doing like homework and tests and shit?
I was hanging out with people at school ends. We go over to the park, play some basketball. I was a social guy back then.
Yeah.
Even in high school, I was playing soccer and football at the same time, like during the same season, because I was on a travel league for soccer.
Damn.
So I'd be like, I'd go to school, I'd have football practice after, have soccer practice after that. Then by that time, it's like, I was definitely more focused on my sports than anything. I cared more about that than school. I mean, like, a subject I guess I could choose would be like history or something like easy, like dismemorization, I didn't really care about much of it, respectfully.
I thought you were gonna say like physical education or something. Since you're playing all the sports, you would think.
No, I mean, I always looked forward to that, but I wasn't really counting that as something. Definitely would choose that then, because like when there was like kickball, man, I was the go-to home run guy. Like every time, home run easy.
What, you wearing Timberlands? How you getting easy home runs with that? How you got a
Bro,
steel toe
you should
boot?
see my legs, Moms. They're buff. I got some buff of all my body parts, my legs are very, very muscular even now, even though I don't do much exercise anymore.
How you do? Is that leg day all day? How you doing that? I
don't know, man. They're just like they're muscular for some reason. My arms I've let my arms go, and other parts of my body, like my chest and my torso, definitely have let those go. Not my former self. That freshman 15, maybe freshman 30, definitely hit me there, and it's stuck around, Moms. It's stuck around.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm still getting rid of baby fat. All right, that's what I'm trying.
I need to start working out more for sure, like I used to. I used to be always working out, but. Yeah, I don't know. I was just always kicking those home runs, Moms. I don't know why.
You are the number one pick. If you know how people are like team captains, all right, pick. You're the one. They're like, all right, Urso. I know. I see those legs, Urso. I see what you're rocking shorts today. We know you got a cannon on you. Come on to my team there. That's hilarious. You always getting ready for the grand slams too. You were like 4th at bat because of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. Whenever I did like leg day and worked out, I could max out like super high on the leg press, way higher than I could with arms. Sometimes around like 600, 500 pounds. I'm not sure how.
What?
My legs are just. Yeah, even now I could probably do like 500. I don't know. My legs are big, man. I don't know what it is about these legs. I'm a stocky guy with these legs for sure.
Hey my god, that's ridiculous.
My arms, however, those would more max out for like a bench press, probably around like 220. Not too high. Nothing. I mean, not now, Moms. That's in my prime, man. That's
the prime days. Those are the prime days. Amen.
I mean, I could get back to the prime days. I'm in a good age where my body is all matured and hormones and everything did their work. But yeah.
When we partying at TwitchCon, Urso, you better have my back in a fight because I got a loud mouth. All right, so I need someone who can kick him down. All right,
No, I got you. I was
All
always one to never wimp out of those situations.
Fair play. Okay, well,
if you want to get into that, we can get into that. That's up to you.
I don't know how your heart doesn't wimp out. I got fucking glasses. I've literally had to take off my glasses before a fight. I don't know how you are not wimping out. That you're built. You were built.
I
to
just
fight.
wore contacts mainly in that in my high school, college era. Now I wear glasses because you don't really need. I don't really go out much, But I have like 6 months supply of contacts just sitting around that I never really wear.
Good call. Good call. You know what? In hindsight, that might have been the move. Yeah, that's a little life hack there. Go with the contacts and call.
Contacts are nice, man. I mean, the dailies are where it's at. You don't. If you get those monthlies, you can hurt your eyes. I know they're cheaper, but
Yeah. I just don't. I don't know. The pushing something in my eye just doesn't register. But anywho, we went in a whole other tangent. That's a whole other world there. But going to high school again. How about co-curriculars? Tell us the sports. You said you were in a lot of sports. Tell us all the sports you were in, and maybe some clubs if you were in any clubs then.
Okay. So basketball, football, soccer. Favorite two are football and soccer. Those are still two of my favorite sports to watch. Love watching them both.
Hell yeah.
But basketball, football, soccer, a little bit baseball when I was younger, like early beginning of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Track and field, tennis. What else was there?
Yeah.
Golf. There's probably some. I don't know. There's the only one I didn't do. I did hockey when I was really young.
Mm-hmm.
There was wrestling too. Hated that one, but I was really good at it.
I feel like
awkwardly, I don't know why. Out of all the trophies I have in my grandpa's basement, there's probably like 15 from wrestling from the 1 year I did it. I don't know how, moms. There's a lot of them.
My God.
Like I was like pumping those trophies out. My dad was like, "You're so good at this. You're gonna go state level," and I'm like, "Nah, I'm done. I don't like it."
Why not? Was it the what is it every year? What is it, the cauliflower year? Was it all the injuries?
Oh, I did see some of my friends get that, and it was weird. Also, it just smells weird. Like the wrestling room smells so weird and
That's
bad.
fair.
It's just like I don't want to be touching someone that close either, bro. Like I understand football, like hit you, tackle you. But man, I'm in there. Like you're wrestling this guy for like 5 minutes, maybe. You're up in their personal space. I got a little weirded out about it. Not like in a sexual way or anything like that. It's just like I respected my personal space, and it just was kind of not something I enjoyed.
Maybe that's why you were so good at it, because you wanted your personal space so much that you wanted to get out of that situation as fast as possible. Thus, the 15 trophies. All right.
Maybe that is why. Oh wait, there was also swimming too. I forgot about that. I was good at swimming as well.
Swimming too?
I told you I did like the moms. I don't know why.
You are like in your school. You're the one-man band. You were doing every sport. It sounds like.
And my two favorite sports, though, I don't know why I wasn't as good as I was at other ones for some reason. I love football and soccer. I was good at both of them, but I wasn't like top tier of my school in regards to that.
Fair play. Fair play.
But it's just what I enjoyed most. In soccer, I would mainly play goalie. And I liked goalie because I could punt the ball across the whole field, and I got a couple assists from punts before.
No way.
That's how far. Not anymore. But in my prime, when I played soccer, I could punt like across the whole field.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was an athletic guy. Football, I was good. But I was a running back. I wasn't the fastest either. But I was like,
you like the power
I'm hard
back.
to tackle.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was more of like a fullback, power back, blocker. Short downs type of guy. Up the middle. Get a couple yards. Bust some heads. That's how it was.
They did not need to run the wildcat. They could just give it to you at the 1 yard, and you'd find a way in with how the center of gravity there.
I just have my legs are shorter than my torso. I have a longer torso than legs, so my center of gravity is much lower than a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I'm harder to take down than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just because of physics and how the world works.
Again, this is the only place you're gonna hear this on Twitch. What
Yeah,
else
yeah,
to
that's
talk-
true. That's true as well.
Nobody wants to talk sports or athletic
No.
stuff
I
whatsoever.
never talked about it. The chat's probably like, this is new to it. I mean, I've told them I played a lot of sports, but I never
Yeah.
told them to the extent of my skills or, what I
That's
did with
freaking
it.
wild, dude. I'm like, this is. Very rarely do I get to talk sports and all that jazz. And while I can't play, I'm like, I love them to death. And so sadly though, soccer's the one that I'm still trying to learn and understand the fullness of the rules as well as hockey.
I
Um,
love soccer.
yeah, oh man, yeah. I mean,
At TwitchCon, man, we're getting a group and we're playing
yeah.
some soccer.
Oh my
They
gosh,
can-
I will get my ass
I'm
handed.
getting a group, man.
Yeah?
I want to play some. I miss being at college where I can just get a group of people
Yeah.
and go out and play a sport, for fun.
Oh, I would love to play football, baseball, table tennis. I'm now bringing in recreational games, but anything.
Table
dude.
tennis is fun too. I've probably played that quite recently. That's something that you can always do. At a friend's house or something
Yeah.
if they got it.
Ursa, sounds like it's a challenge. All right, sounds like I'm being challenged here.
Oh, you'll beat me in table tennis. That's something I'm not good at. I'm not sure why. I never figured out that sport for some reason.
It's a lot of fun, man. But no, I love that. So you did a lot. Well, clearly the whole resume of sports there in terms of every sport sounds like possible at your school you were a part of. How about in terms of clubs? Did you do any clubs?
No. I was not into the clubs. I was in so many sports. No matter what season there was, I was playing a sport.
Fair.
Up until my junior and senior year, when I became even more of a partier than I was prior. At that point, I was like, I don't really, I don't plan on taking this to college. I did get offers for football for some reason. I'm not sure how or why. That was the last sport I played, so that's probably why I played varsity for that. But I just became a partier junior senior year. Didn't do anything but football, and then prior to that, no really clubs. I mean, I'm trying to think. I know there was at least one or two I was a part of, but they were such a non-important part of my life. I don't really remember.
No, fair play.
Exactly
what's and if it's not important,
I didn't enjoy the clubs either. Like I just I was more of like a hands-on guy. Like sports were my thing back then.
Tell me this, or so. Where did it flip? You said that your junior and senior year you started partying, right? And again, this is not any glorification of it. This is not some sort of whatever. But this is sounds like a bit of a part of your story. Where did that mentality shift from freshman to sophomore to junior and senior, where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna throw some parties. I'm gonna go out.
I mean, if you guys know how schools work, I mean, I'm sure you know. When you're a freshman and sophomore, you're the noobs. You're not throwing parties, and you're only getting invited if you're like, real close with these people.
Yeah.
Which I was sometimes, because from the sports I played, I'd hang out with these older upperclassmen, on two-a-day football practices and stuff like that. But like when the transition was more so, we're just like the top of the school now. We had the best lunch table in senior year. How that's just how it's
Classic.
like a hierarchy type of when it comes to that stuff. And as the upperclassman, you kind of like have a reputation to do that stuff. At least where I was from. So that's just sort of where it led to. And every weekend I'd be going to parties. Hanging out with my friends. Literally every weekend, even if it wasn't a party, I'd have like 15 of my guy friends over down in my dad's basement. We'd be vibing. Yeah. They'd bring their Xboxes over. I brought all the TVs down from upstairs. We'd have a bunch of Mountain Dew and Doritos, man, and some other things that underage kids should not be having.
Some salads.
Talking to you guys, don't you dare partake. But yeah, I don't know. It definitely was part of who I am today. Yeah. 'Cause I know I learned that I liked doing that stuff at that age. I got it all out of me, and now I'm more of just like, chill guy. I don't really, I don't like to drink anymore.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I drink once every 4 months, maybe, if even that. I just don't like it anymore.
100% agree. It doesn't.
It's just like the hangovers, man, all that stuff.
Thank you.
Like it's just like my body feels like shit in the morning, And I'm just trying to wake up and vibe in the morning. I'm not trying to sit in my bed for 5 hours with the blinds closed and a blanket over the window. You know.
Do you recognize there was a point in that life where like you could throw them down when you're that young? You could throw them down. You're 21, fresh out, fresh 21. You going nuts. Weekends,
Yeah, back then it didn't
happy
matter
hours.
as much.
No.
Yeah.
But now,
Yeah.
like, you have to reserve.
It's so
a
bad
day.
now. It's so bad. It's like that. It's intense. It's like your body is not able to keep up with what your younger self was, even though you're not supposed to drink at that age.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you got all those, the fresh blood cells, fresh skin cells. I don't even know what I'm not sure much about biology and that stuff. But whatever goes into that, keeping your body refreshed and just able to withstand more of whatever you're doing.
Exactly. Tell me this, all right? I want you, it's story time again. I want you to give us either a good memory, a memory that you look fondly upon, something that you look back and you're like, damn, I'm glad. Those, not glory days, but it's something that I really cherish. Or give us a bad memory, something that was difficult, something that occurred during high school that you're like, damn, this was a really tough time, but it taught me something. And it maybe even influenced who I am today. Can you give us one of those memories during your high school years?
Why is it easier to think of the bad, Moms? Why can't I think of anything good right now?
It's a natural reaction. That's a human thing, I think.
Oh, like I'm trying to think of something good. I don't want chat to like get sad, but I'm just gonna have to go with the bad. So when I was like this is like 8th grade, so middle school, but this was like an important part of how I developed as a human.
Okay.
So my parents got divorced at that time, and I didn't really know, like at that time, things were changing with marriages and relationships. Divorce rates were way up. 20 years ago, you stayed with who you were with, but in this day and age, people get divorced all the time, and it's tough. It's definitely tough as a kid, a high schooler, freshman, middle schooler, when all that stuff was going on. Definitely was not as much of myself. I was just concerned with how my life was going to play out. But it helped me, I feel like, because it helped me, understand that, like, things don't always work out in life, and sometimes that's just how it be. There's nothing you can do about it. People change, things change, and, they don't always stay how they once were. It's like life is an ongoing process. Your body's an ongoing changing process. Your mind is also doing the same thing. It's just, things can't always stay constant or, the same as you thought they would. It just helped me understand that, things don't always be the same. Sometimes I'll have to adapt, readjust to a situation. And, if anyone else is dealing with that in chat, just understand that you can always get through that type of stuff. It just takes time and, building up yourself to understanding how these things work and why they're not always sustainable and able to, last forever. Yeah. Regarding anything in life, not just relationships and marriage.
What got you through that moment? Because in 8th grade, you're decently cognitive. You can kind of
you are. You understand how life works to some extent.
Yeah.
Or at that point.
Or at least what's going on in your surrounding.
Probably my friends, honestly. Even then, I was a social guy. I had a lot of friends. At this point, it was one of the last times I moved. So, like, whenever I got to this area, I moved back to Pennsylvania, like 7th grade, 6th grade, and it was there till I graduated. The same school. It was the first time I ever was at the same school for more than 3-4 years. Mm-hmm. So, luckily, that was a good help. And I think my parents did that on purpose around that time because they didn't want to make life harder than it already was. So, like, my friends helped a lot. Like, I would always have sleepovers and hang out with them in 8th and freshman year. And we just, they were always there for me. A lot of them had similar circumstances they were going through, so you could talk to them about it and, just sort of learn what, is going on kind of type of deal.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope. I'm really glad you did share that with us all here. And I think that is a huge part of your story and maturity at such a young age, having to recognize that. Yeah.
It's not like it was like a bad thing, chat, or anyone listening. It's just like it was a bad thing at the time, but you can make good of any situation in life. No matter what it is, no matter how bad, you can always fix something. That's what life's about. As someone who believes in this, I think you can always, change your course. If you're in a bad spot right now, there's always hope. Never give up.
I love that. I love that. I'm going to take you to your final weeks of high school now or so, all right? So final weeks of high school, you're signing yearbooks, you're taking your final exams, you're wrapping things up there. What was the next step for you? What was the next decision you made in terms of post-high school? Did you go to a 4 years, a community college? Did you take a break? Did you work? What was your decision and why did you make it?
So I went right into college, and my dad really pushed me towards this, which I'm glad he did because it was a big part of figuring out myself and who I wanted to be. Not even with content, but as my backup plan, as one day maybe going. We'll talk about that college stuff later. I'm not going to spoil anything yet. But as an 18-year-old kid, I was prepared to go into a 4-year university, which I did. And I graduated in 4 years, got all that stuff done. And it was a blast, I'm glad that my dad pushed me towards that. Because I was kind of thinking about, at this point in life, I was, like, lazy. I didn't really, want to do more school. I didn't like school in high school. I mean, I liked going to school. I didn't like the learning and education. I loved my friends. I loved messing around, pranking the teacher, fucking with, whoever it may be.
Yeah.
As that's just who I just was like that. And me and my friends, there's always stuff like that going on. And it just like was part of my high school career, high school lifestyle.
You mentioned you mentioned recently that you've gotten your master's, right?
Yep.
What was the shift mentally? What was the shift that because you said a lot of education in high school, you just didn't care.
I did not. I cared about more the social interaction. So probably the main shift was freshman year of college was like I was drinking way more than I should have been that year. That is when it got a little out of hand and I was understanding that that's not all life is. I was just, freshman, a lot of like going from that situation in high school and into college is just how it was. But a few people helped me out with this. My girlfriend who I met beginning of sophomore year, she was really smart and she helped me, want to do better and actually, learn stuff. My dad and mom helped a lot because they taught me that it's just there's more to life than just, partying and stuff. You gotta like sometimes educate yourself, understand how the world works, and, as they would say back then, become an adult. Because, that's what parents say to their kids, you got to grow up at some point, So they're probably the main factors of the shift to, more of an educational outlook. And I liked it. I did enjoy, the social life balance with the school life in college a lot more than I did in high school.
Yeah. So, with that newfound understanding, do you well, one more question, if I may ask. I feel you on the like too much partying kind of storyline. I feel you very strongly on that. Do you remember the moment where you were like, this was too much?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I can share that with you off stream. I don't really want to tell everyone that story.
Yeah,
respectfully.
Fair play. No, I got you on that.
I'm more than open to tell you that story after we end if you want.
I'm interested. Yeah, we can.
It's funny. It's funny, but it's something that something that chat does not need to hear for sure. It's a low moment in life, and they don't need to hear. It's just not. It's not like important to my development. I mean, it is a little bit, but yeah.
It's too much. It's too personal. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So going from there, all right. And what did you end up studying? What did you study in college?
So I started out with computer science and a minor in criminology and criminal justice.
Jeez. Okay.
The coding stuff I was not good at. I even had some of my online friends do some of my coding work that were from Munchie, that's Minecraft server. They did some of my homework, and I was just not into the coding. I was bad at learning languages as well, and coding's kind of like learning a second language. Kind of in a sense, you got to understand how, the variables in certain outcomes and performances work. So, like, I did that for 2 years. I dropped that major and minored in it instead. and then switched to criminology and criminal justice major because I was already a minor in that, and I did enjoy those classes. I liked learning about how human beings operate, work. What makes them commit crime, what makes them, tick. Sort of that stuff was real interesting to me. I like to analyze, I feel like I'm a good person at understanding, reading people based off what I was learned in, college and my graduate degree. But it was just it was interesting to figure out what makes, certain people do certain stuff. And there's so many factors regarding what makes people do certain stuff.
And so
Chess probably like this is so boring or so.
Well, where did you go from there to? Is that what you mastered in, or what did you end up getting your?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mastered in criminology and criminal
That's
justice.
Fascinating. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's so wild. So you must love those criminology videos that's been popping up on YouTube all the time. I forgot what they're called,
I
the
thought about watching those, like how Sneak Snack, he does a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
I thought about doing that, but I was like, I don't know, man. I don't want to subject my community. Criminology, criminal justice it's a tough field, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see the worst in people and sometimes the best in people, but the worst is a lot worse than the best is. It's just like there's some really messed up people in the world, and it's not always their fault. It's there's extenuating circumstances that affect their behavior,
Totally,
and what they do. So it's just like. It's hard to, I don't want to force people into having to watch terrible stuff like that.
It's a heavy
it's
topic.
Interesting. It's a very heavy topic.
Oh, that's stuff I was binging offline. Like that's something I just have while I'm editing.
I love watching that stuff. Also, I did have a philosophy minor in undergrad too.
Jeez, what in the world, dude? I had 1 degree and I thought that was a lot. You're over here getting masters and such, and you must really love these subjects then. This is, so I guess the mentality is if it wasn't for Twitch and all content creation, what would you like to do in terms of an occupation that would parlay with your degrees?
My backup plan, well, I have 2 backup plans regarding my degrees. The main one that I would like to do would be become a college professor. So that means I'd have to go back to school and get my PhD. And write like a dissertation and all that stuff. The reason I'm not doing that is because COVID. I didn't want to do online school. That's the reason why I stopped. I would have gone if COVID never happened. I'd be in a PhD program, probably at ASU right now.
Nice.
Because I had a lot of recs from my professors. Had a few that went there. But I just I started streaming again. I really enjoyed it a lot more than I did. Criminology, criminal justice. It's something I liked entertaining, like making people happy, and I feel like being a professor. I don't know if you're too knowledgeable about how those type of jobs work, but it's kind of like you're making content as well. When you're a professor and you have a PhD, along with teaching, you're writing books, you're doing research studies, field studies, even out in the field. And you're publishing these articles on like .gov websites, EBSCOhost, all these database research websites, and you're kind of making content in a sense. So like either way I go, I'd kind of be making content, and I like getting my word out there, getting my thoughts out there as well. But the other backup plan that requires no more school, I could get a pretty well-paying job right now with my master's degree if I really want to. But like I told you, money's not everything to me. There's a lot more to life than being wealthy.
Yeah. And you'll have that degree too. You have it.
Yeah. The only thing I need to get my student loan paid down, which is it's getting there. But that's another topic. Chat doesn't really need it. That's boring. No one wants to hear about that.
They don't want to know about interest rates of it all. Yeah.
Yeah, chat. You'll understand one day. But yeah, that's the backup plan. If I'm ever struggling for money, I'll get a job with my master's degree. Not a lot of people have masters in that field. It's a quite sought after degree for getting a job.
That's you got an impressive fucking resume, dude. That's so dope.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand why I do the streaming, and I could be making respectfully, I could be making 6 figures with my degree.
Yeah.
And I've told chat this before. Like I could be doing that currently, and I could have been doing that the last year and a half. Had literally most of my student loans paid off at that point after a year and a half of working. But chat, it's just like I'm not ready for that 9 to 5,
Suit
busting
and
my ass
tie.
off, suit and
Yeah.
tie, businessman, professional or so.
It's
You know,
just
I'm just trying to vibe, fun, go on this journey as long as it'll take me. And I've told them, even if the journey does slow down, I'll still stream, just not consistently.
yeah.
I told them I'll always stream, and I do stand by that. As long as I am able to, I
Mhm.
will continue to stream and make content because I do enjoy it. And I've always like 10-year-old, 9-year-old me had the dream of making content. This was back when I wanted to do Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
You
it's just always been a dream of mine, so I'm
you
just
are
chasing it
you are
currently.
reminding me so much of myself. It's weird, or stuff that
Really?
I mean, discussions I've had with myself at least
Yeah.
recently. And again, I won't talk about it now, but like you're right. Like, and I hope your community recognizes that. Like this is such like full proof of how much you love what you do. Like you're making this conscious decision of like I enjoy this place, and again, I could be making hand over fist doing something else, but I love this work. I love it. Feeds me. It helps me grow as a person.
Facts.
And while I may not be making the same amount that you could be going to a 9 to 5, it's just it has intangibles that 9 to 5 can never touch. You know?
Exactly, like my own schedule. I
Yeah.
get to, choose what I want to do on a certain day. I'm my own boss as
Exactly.
well. It's
Exactly.
just different. And, you know, I know my dad of my parents doesn't appreciate it as much because he's a practical guy. You know how practical businessmen
Mhm.
are. I'm sure moms.
Oh
They're
yeah.
all about the money, man. And it's just like,
Exactly.
I don't care as long as I'm not drowning in debt and the IRS isn't chasing my tail around in circles. I'm
Yeah.
chilling, man. I'm
Amen.
I'm
Amen.
chilling.
Oh, you better get those Twitch taxes in, all right? No skipping. No skipping. Get those in. The
Oh yeah, I always do those.
Amen. Amen. Let's move on to the third part of life story, all right? Which is the work history here. All right. Now, usually I do this segment similar to a resume, and I'm going to ask you if you were on the job hunt today, I'm going to say 3 jobs. What 3 jobs would you put in your work history section of your resume if 3 apply?
My work history is quite minimal,
Okay.
respectfully, moms. But the top one, I was a GA, graduate assistant. I would grade undergrad papers.
Hmm.
I would go in and talk to the classes. As like a mentor.
Yeah.
Type of job. That was my lowest paying job ever. Very bad pay, but it was probably the highest up there on the resume.
Hmm.
Mainly it was a cut from tuition was the big part of that.
Ah, good call.
It was a very it was like $100 every 2 weeks, which is not a lot of money
Hmm.
for a job. That's very little for being able to support yourself.
Hmm.
But my other ones were not like they're not like professional jobs. Like I worked in like a bakery for a while. I did enjoy that, however, but that's not something like I could put on my resume, but it's not going to impress anyone for a professional job like what my degree requires. And then yeah, the other ones were all just like fast food places or like restaurants, just stuff like that. Nothing too mind-boggling. Yeah, the work history is quite bland compared to the other
I'll
stuff.
make it more pointed then, So, which one job, just pick one, taught you the most, whether that be a skill or about yourself?
Probably the graduate assistantship, even though it was only a year long.
Mm.
It did teach me, how it can be to work in a professional setting,
Hmm.
and I was doing research for my professors, and organizing stuff for them, figuring out what like schedules and stuff like that. Just taught me more how to be an adult, be able to professionally hold myself in a professional setting, so to
Hmm.
speak.
Hmm. Holy cow. And you did that for a year, and then that was that. You didn't have to do it anymore.
Yeah, I graduated.
Oh, I
If I
see.
would have, if I would have continued, I technically was still signed on for more time,
Hmm.
but COVID hit. I shortened my degree. I did it a semester faster.
Hmm.
I skipped with graduate degrees, you can do a thesis
Yeah.
study, or you can do the quick version, which is just synthesis. So I did the synthesis. It's just a class. The
Mhm.
thesis study is where you don't go to class anymore. You stay at home, you work on all your stuff, you write a book basically.
Mm-hmm.
A big ass book that gets you into school. It's a lot better for going the next step, PhD. But I wasn't trying to pay another, thousands and thousands of dollars to do this online during COVID. It just wasn't viable, nor did it seem, smart to me.
Fair play. Fair play. Let's bring it to the present now. I'm gonna call. I know it's not sexy to do this, but I'm gonna call content creation a job, essentially. All right.
I consider it a job now, so I
Okay.
can appreciate that.
Yeah. Where do you see kind of the future of your content or the future of your channel? What do you see? Maybe even the next. No, we don't have to think too far. In the next year.
I'm working a lot more towards YouTube currently.
Yeah.
So, as I'm sure you know, YouTube is a lot more sustainable for a long term when it comes to content.
Mm-hmm.
It's a much bigger platform. There's a lot more revenue from ads and so forth on there. And along with that, you don't have to rely on, donations, subs from your viewers,
Yep.
You give them more free content, they watch ads and support you that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my main goal with content creation. Really get that YouTube channel more well-rounded and, asserted as something that people want to go check out and, watch.
What kind of content can people expect on your YouTube channel?
So right now I'm still really tossing these ideas around, and chat has no idea. I haven't given them any information, so this will be the first time anyone from my community gets to hear this stuff.
There you go.
So right now we're thinking about potentially. Well, I'm thinking about. I'm talking to some friends about ideas. I'm thinking about doing some theorizing stuff with Minecraft and how the game is played, how it works. As my background with school and my master's degree, I'm able to theorize and dive into a topic and look at it from the core roots and kind of understand the circumstances and what affects it. So I'm gonna try and bring that aspect to Minecraft. I know this has been done by other people, but I'm gonna see if I can do it in a different manner, which I have not yet figured out. I've been brainstorming this every night before I go to bed, man. It's YouTube is, you got to be different, and I'm trying my best. I'll figure it out though. Don't worry, I will figure it out. One day.
Literally, I have notebooks on like writing this out. It's it's tricky. It's tricky.
YouTube is. I see a lot of people growing there faster, but it's like you got to have that one blow up video, and then you got to consistently upload after that, and I got to figure out what that could be for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm rooting for it. I love the concept though. That's very original, and I think that's something with your background that the key with consistency, in my opinion, is truly doing something you love. I think that's what it separates the phonies from the real ones. Is like, for example, everyone can want to do a show, but who's going to be still doing a show in 3 months?
Exactly.
Same thing with your thing. We hear the idea now, and someone could try it. But if they don't know what they're doing or don't like what they're doing, it's not going to last longer than 2 shows, And
Facts.
It's happened time and time again.
I do have another big idea that's for YouTube, not regarding theories. I'll share it with you off stream, but I want to keep this in the DL.
Yeah, of course.
This is like it's a very custom coded Minecraft type of, and I think it would do very well right now with how things are going with social media. You'll understand if I explain it to you off stream, but chat, you're gonna stay in the dark for now. I apologize.
That's exciting.
I've been keeping them in. This has been a work in progress for the last 3 months, and it's gonna continue. I got a nice Word document. I write up all the stuff in there that I think of on a day.
You're making them sad. You're making them sad.
I'm sorry, guys. You're just gonna have to wait. I don't want someone stealing this idea from me. I really think it has potential to be a long-term series that could last like my whole career. That's how good of an idea I think. Potentially, you never know with an idea how well it will do once you put it out there on the big screen.
True.
So to say.
True.
But I have hopes for it.
How about in terms of Twitch? Do you have anything lined up for Twitch in the coming year?
My plans are to do more collabs than I usually do. So as a content creator on Twitch, I tend to be more of a solo streamer. I want to collaborate more with my friends. I want to, bring them onto my stream.
Mm-hmm.
If they want me on their stream, I'm more than happy to do so. I just want to be able to, I already have a lot of connections. I want to be able to utilize those connections more to make some more entertaining content. Because people love, group dynamics and
Yeah.
seeing how friend groups work
Mhm.
and all that stuff. So I want to be able to maybe, shed some light on, how some of my friend groups work. Like, like Delta, Skippy. I've done some stuff with him. Diatomic Arc 7, if you know who that is. Boomer, Zen, Daisy. Just like the homies, like all of them, and,
Yeah.
and some other people that I'm not as close with, but I'd like to still do content with them
Yeah.
as well.
Definitely. That's awesome. That's exciting. It's so cool watching, worlds collide, and I think that's one of the reasons why I already knew, like with you or so, I would love to have you on the Wednesday shows. Bringing all your friends together
yeah.
and just seeing how you guys chop it up.
Oh yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, man.
Both online and off. A lot of the party starts after the show's over. All right, that's what
Oh yeah,
happens.
you gotta get my friend group on there, man.
You
It'll
got
be
it.
funny.
You got it.
It'll be funny, man, because we haven't been hanging out as much as we used to. And life's been tough for a lot of people lately.
Yeah.
But we still have been doing kind of game nights every now and then where we get like 10 of us all together, play some Among Us, play some Pummel Party, some custom Valorants, like we used to before we were all very kind of, we're all getting kind of big out. We're all growing a lot. Even like Ponk and other people, like these are all people part of the friend group that I've known forever. And we, like a year and a half ago, man, we used to be in VCs together for hours and hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
We all got so much going on now, and we all got like, we're trying to figure ourselves out and our content out. So it's just been like we've been a little more disconnected than usual, but we're still obviously close friends.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge, and that's kind of the beauty. I don't know if you felt this or so. Again, at our ages, like you said at the beginning of the show, many people are getting married, many people are moving away, this and that. But that's the beauty of online friends, where it's like you can go these stints of working on yourself and working on your craft. But at any moment, you get that DM on Discord being like, "Yo, you free? Let's run some Val. Let's play some Pummel Party."
Oh yeah,
and it's
always
just
down.
you have that reconnection right there.
It's just like how it was whenever the last time you hung out. It's the same always.
Literally a DM away, and that's sick. I love that. Well,
yeah, that's one thing I'm not good with, and even in real life, I'm so bad at reaching out to people, man. I don't want to. I mean, even that's something I'm still trying to work on with myself. I'm trying to be, I won't want people to think I'm bothering them or annoying them. So I just get like, that's one thing I still get nervous about. I don't want to bother my friends.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and even asking them for favors, like, yo, could you connect me to this guy or plug me in with that guy
completely.
Like it's just awkward, to like I don't want to think I'm trying to use my friends. It's just like it's a business. It's something I'm trying to do as a job, and I'm trying to like, figure out the best ways to like, do that stuff. And if any of my friends ever want to reach out to me for something, or you ever need help and you're listening right now, please do it, because I'm very open to helping anyone that needs help with anything regarding content or even life advice. I'm just not the best at replying to DMs sometimes, sadly. I don't know why.
Well, there you go. There's the open invite for the homies there, all right? Urso was willing to talk, willing to help there. It's huge. Just lending a hand. That's what I really don't understand the mentality of, kind of the gatekeeping or being so critical of that. Like, yeah, just, help out when you can, and to those that you truly trust and love. But I fully agree with you. It is so hard asking for help. It's so hard.
It is. Yeah, it's definitely easier to help people than to ask for help.
Yeah, but I think maybe sometimes we're getting lost in our own head. Where especially if they're your friends, I would hope that your friends want to see you grow and see you flourish as much as they are themselves. But I appreciate you sharing that. Let's move on though to the fourth segment of your life story. All right, fourth segment of your life story, and it's one where everyone's gonna end up kind of. They always turn on the volume a little bit more. They start leaning in forward. They start listening a little bit with more intent, because we're gonna talk about romantic relationships here. So, all right, romantic relationships.
Okay.
Before I do you need to use the restroom at all? Get a drink, water?
I've been needing to pee for like the last 30 minutes.
I am so sorry.
I drank 2 cups of water. I don't know why, man. Whenever I wake up, I drink a
Yeah.
lot of water, and I'm still in that morning phase at
Yeah.
12:38 a.m.
You got that rasp though. It's nice. It's nice. You got that morning rasp.
I do.
Yeah.
I still do. It takes a while for this to go away. So I will be right back.
No,
Yes,
go ahead.
I'm
Take
gonna-
your time. Take your time.
Okay, thank you.
No, of course. And to all of you watching live here, thanks so much for being with us. Urso and I, getting to know his life both online and off. Love with the 5 gifted. Love, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Appreciate that. Welcome to an episode of Inside the Streamer Studio. I'm your host, Moms. Mom's the host. And today's very special guest is Ursofamily. We're getting to know their life both online and off. That's what we do here on these shows for Inside the Streamer Studio. Thank you again so much. That's really generous of you. Thank you so much for being here. And all of you here live still with us, again, check it out. Exclamation mark Q into the chat if you have any questions. I'm only going to refresh that page once, and then we'll run from there. And the most average gamer, I see you talking about the channel point. There is no qualification if you just redeem that through the rewards. You redeem it. You can name any streamer, and I'll share that within my Discord there. Thank you so much for asking, average gamer. But holy cow, you know what? Boomers then, they were right. They were right. I would enjoy this one. They were right. Yo, what up, Amelia? How you doing? But yeah, guys, make sure to send in some questions, maybe some words of affirmation too. If you have any there. What is going on here? These guys in the chat. YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm sorry I don't have the chat underneath here. They are out of pocket. All right.
You said chat's being out of pocket.
No, I'm talking about just that's fair play. Amelia and Chloe keep going back and forth. They have this whole thing there.
Let me look at this.
Yeah, go ahead. I actually, we'll switch places. All right, I'll be back in literally a minute and a half. Just gotta let the dog out. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Hey, yo, chat. How are we enjoying the show? How we enjoying it? This is quite fun, man. This is quite a fun time. You guys finally get to hear more about me, and it's. I like talking. I like talking about myself. If you're having fun, let's go. I'm glad. Chloe, Amelia, what are you saying, bro? Amelia want a tussle, bruh. Lovely so far, awesome. I'm enjoying it. Appreciate you guys. What's up, Yappity? Hello. How you doing? What's up, Urson? Hello. Hey guys, this is a lot of fun, man. I definitely any of my friends on here that have not done this yet, I haven't really checked who's in the stream. But I would recommend it, man. It's a good time, and you guys get to learn more about myself as well, which is quite poggers. Yeah, you guys do need to get a room. You guys do need to get a room. Oh, what's up, Daya? Love you too, homie.
I don't know how you'd put up with them, Urso. All right, I don't know how you put up with them.
I'm just as out of pocket as them. That's where they probably we relate on that aspect.
Fair.
But there's Diatomic Arc 7 in chat. Fun fact for you, moms. That's my Minecraft husband.
Daya? How did you both get connected?
I've known Daya for 10 years but for the first about 6, 7, he was a mute. I didn't hear his voice until literally 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a homie though. Always appreciate Daya and Sajay. Love Sajay too. Sajay's amazing as well.
Of course, Sajay. I love seeing Sajay. How did Daya get the husband role?
It was like sort of a little meme in my community that me and Daya were like dating in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
So like I asked him to marry me, and we had a wedding ceremony on my sub SMP a while ago, as well. And it was just like a fun little community event. I have it recorded as well for memory too. It was just like I was the wife. I'm technically the wife.
Okay.
Okay. I had a nice dress on that day.
All right.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Oh my goodness, I gotta see
Yeah,
the
and
tapes.
Chloe did help build the church as
Aw,
well.
that's
It's like a
nice.
sky church.
That's cozy. That's cozy. I like that. I like a sky church.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
wanted
sick.
some building in the sky, a
Uh,
floating island. You know.
okay, we got Ursa over here as being a bridezilla right here. So demanding of what.
Oh my
Fair play.
god.
Hey, I just saying, a sky, a little extra there, so a little
Yeah,
extra,
it
right?
was a little extra. It was indeed. The mods went crazy on it though.
Yeah,
I'm respectfully, I can't build that well. I can build, but it takes me a lot more time than the average person
fair.
to
Yeah,
build.
yeah. I honestly seeing people put like layers and dimensions into to builds. I can't. I do a one by one house of dirt to make it through the night. So I don't understand how people are making such magnificent and lavish
Yeah.
places and palaces. I don't get it. But hey, man, Block Game's undefeated there. Urso. Like I said, speaking of marriages or relationships, we're going into your relationship history. That's a transition for you, all right? That one's for free.
Okay.
Let's do this segment similar to a resume as well. All right, I do this one
Okay.
similar to a resume. I'm gonna ask you how many individuals had the official tag as the Urso family significant other. How many total individuals before we get into the history?
Probably like 12, 13, 14 around there.
Okay, man. Are you joshing me or what's going on here? 12?
Bro, I'm older, bro. I'm 25. I don't
12?
have time. I don't
Yeah,
have
well,
time
okay.
to date.
My stats are
A lot
not.
of these
You
were
are 12 foot. You can
Okay,
run
like
Among Us
respectfully,
lobbies.
most of these were in high school, and respectfully, some of them were just short things, you know.
All right. Of the 12, this is getting,
But in high school, I don't know, man. There's a lot of I don't know. I just was always talking to girls back then.
okay. Of the 12, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be the hard part now. All right. This is gonna be Squid Game-esque. I'm gonna ask you
I
what.
haven't watched Squid Game yet, by the way, so I don't know what that means really.
Boy,
I
get
need to
ready
watch
for
it
that.
still. I need to watch
You
it
got
still.
to. It's too good, man. I ruined my sleep schedule this week because of that. But
Yeah, I'm gonna find a time and just binge it all. That's
All
my
right.
plan.
Good play. Can you give us 3? Is that fair? What are the 3 most meaningful relationships of the 12? Can you give us those 3?
My most recent was definitely the most meaningful because it was
Okay.
almost a 5-year relationship. That was like the longest one.
Okay. Well, let's try to go
Then
chronologically.
okay,
All right.
so
So the
first one, the first one that I would probably put that's probably the least meaningful, but the first one would be my last girlfriend. Well, not the last one actually. The one before the last one in high school. I'm not gonna say any names or anything
course.
I don't want to expose them.
How long did this one last?
This one was about 9 months. It wasn't too long, but for a high school relationship, that's a good bit of time.
Huge. Yeah, that's a large chunk. And so with 9 months, what caught your eye? What was the thing that was like, all right, Urso's he's gonna spit his game now. I gotta press.
She was athletic, and during this time, I liked athletic girls. Her and the one after were both quite athletic. She would go to my football and soccer games. I go to her basketball games. That was her main sport.
Okay.
She was really good too, and it wasn't even like that was like we just vibed together as well. We didn't like hang out as much as we could because we were in high school. And I didn't have a car yet. I was a little younger, didn't have my license yet, so. This is probably like sophomore year of high school, maybe junior. It's hard to remember the exact times.
So sometime in high school, you had this 9-month relationship here. When did you recognize that things were kind of going downhill? When things were starting to fall apart at the seams?
I don't know. I like moved.
Yeah.
But I still went to the same school, so I wasn't like in the area anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it just like wasn't working anymore. Like I couldn't see her unless I was at school because like I had to drive like 40 minutes to my place because I didn't want to transfer schools. But like my dad lived somewhere else and my mom still lived in a town that I went to school. So I'd go back and forth, and it was just like when I was at my mom's, I'd hang out with her. And it just like wasn't working anymore. It just happens sometimes.
Fair play, fair play. So, things broke off, and you went your separate ways. How about number two? How old were you when you met the second person?
17. I remember that.
Okay.
She was awesome. I liked her a lot. Sadly, another thing that I met her at the new place I moved to with my dad. So
Mm-hmm.
eventually we ended up moving back to, where my school was my senior year. Met her sophomore year. Dated up until like late senior year.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a car and a license. I would drive to see her all the time, getting more on my own at this point, able to do, pretty much what I want as long as I tell my parents where I'm going and stuff. So
Yeah.
I drive and see her all the time. She was also very athletic. She was on like a travel softball team and stuff like that. She's super pretty girl too, like gorgeous. Very very much vibed with her. We always had the like the warm fuzzy feeling when we did hang out and stuff, but it was never like love.
Hmm.
It was not like I'm very cautious using that word in relationships. I know some people throw it out there just like I'll say I love you to friends and stuff, but it's different than when I like genuinely love like someone I'm dating. I
Yeah.
don't really felt that feeling with my most recent girlfriend.
What made you so cautious?
I didn't, and mainly my dad probably. I didn't want to rush into something.
Yeah.
He's always telling me I'm young, and he was always pushing me to talk to girls a lot. I don't know. I guess he's the ladies' man. Maybe that's where I get it from. I don't know, man. But like he was always pushing it, and he was just like you just don't just be careful with how you portray yourself in these words because they're meaningful, and you don't want to like jump the gun.
Yeah, don't waste your
Right.
breath. Especially
Right,
don't.
you
Well, at
wanna
least don't throw them around.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Gotta make sure what you're feeling is genuine and not just like honeymoon phase or something like
Mhm.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's infatuation versus love. I think is how I would
Yeah,
look at it.
facts. But
Yeah.
sometimes infatuation can feel like love,
Exactly.
especially when you're young and you have all these hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Making it confusing.
Mm-hmm. So with this one, 9 months. I agree. I think that's I mean, not 9 months. I'm sorry. It's 2 years. Correct? Roughly.
That one was a year and a half. Yeah,
Year and a half.
the last three were much longer than before. Before like 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th.
Mm-hmm.
They were all much like quick kind of fling things. Like some of them were like homecoming dates, dated for a little bit, and just went our separate ways.
Yeah.
That's how it be in high school sometimes.
So with this one, a year and a half, where did this one kind of go awry?
It ended because it was she was not the most at the end of the relationship. She ended up being too faithful, which I was just not about. After that, after I found out about that, I pulled that quick dip and I was out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna take that stuff. I'm a loyal guy when it comes to relationships and stuff. And if someone it's just hard to trust someone after they do that to you.
When you found that out, I guess what were some of the initial things? Was it easy to detach yourself from the
Nah,
situation in her? Or?
Definitely not easy, especially as someone who's still learning about themselves as a teenager.
Yeah.
But I got through it. I just like I talked to my friends about it a lot, and they were chill. Like the bros, the homies. They
Yeah,
always in high school they got your back. You just talk to them about it. I Chad might not understand this, but you just you vibe with the homies, the bros. Have a nice fucking get together in some fucking parents' house basement.
Yeah.
Just fucking vibe out.
Chop it up.
Fucking exactly. Just be like. Well, you don't need her, bro.
Yeah.
You got us.
It becomes a roast. It becomes a roast session a little bit, and things are being passed around. We're trying to forget, and we're doing our own thing. Yeah, that's how we heal. That's our healing process back then. But I feel that completely.
Exactly.
I feel that completely. Did it take a while though? I mean, I agree with you in terms of saying like that's how we took care of ourselves. Relied on the homies, but the homies can't be there 24/7. So
definitely took a while for sure. because I didn't date anyone for a while after that. Like, so we broke up end of senior year. And then for a couple like probably I didn't date anyone for a while. I just sort of just hung out with girls and just hung out with them. Man, I didn't want to date anyone after that. I didn't feel like I could trust someone for a little while after that. It sort of hurt my trust issues, but we got over it eventually. And then we met the next girlfriend in college.
So this is the 5-year one.
Yeah, this is the one that we recently broke up a couple months ago.
So and I want to respect that in terms of it being so fresh. But so again, if at any point stop the questioning. But
Okay.
With this relationship, you said you met in college. How'd you guys meet exactly?
So we met, honestly, moms.
What's up?
Chat. Don't judge this, guys. Ursa was was in a healing process at this time, and I wasn't looking to date. This sort of just randomly happened. So we met on I'm just gonna pull some suspense here. Let chat try and figure out what I'm gonna say. You as well, moms.
Okay.
So we met on Tinder, mom.
Fair play. Why are you making me sound like it's war tear? I thought you were gonna say like Christian
Tinder,
mingles.
You know what
farmers
Tinder
only?
is for, bruh?
I mean, yeah, it's
like
simple
the
to
hookup
hookup.
app, bruh. That's the hookup one.
You
man.
must see. This is where I know you. Okay, the fact that we jinx that moment. All right.
Yeah,
Urso,
that's what I used that app for prior to that. I didn't
I got
expect
you.
to,
I got you.
I didn't expect to find a relationship out of it.
Yeah.
I
So
wasn't even looking for one either, and I feel like those are the better type of relationships when you're not looking for one.
is it? And I 100% agree. It's like so you guys met through Tinder, and then it was like you hung out, and you're just like, oh shoot, there's actually more to this than whatever the stigma is.
Yeah, well, we hung out at her place for the first time, and I think she was annoyed by me at first. I don't know why. She was though. I don't know what I did.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know. I was just like, I don't really. It was just like she was annoyed for sure. She did not vibe with me that first day, and she ended up kicking me out. Made me leave, and I was like, okay, that's fine.
What? She made you leave?
Yeah, I mean, it was like 3 a.m. at that point. I was there for like 6-7 hours. I was just vibing. I was gonna just chill. But she made me leave, which is fine.
Yeah.
And I didn't hit her up for a while because I was like, you know what, that's over. It's a one thing fling, type of deal.
Yeah.
But then she baited me out, man. She was posting stories that she told me later in the relationship that she posted these stories to get my attention, and it did get my attention. I replied to them, and I hit her up and stuff, and we started hanging out more. Eventually we started this thing where I was like, we should think about maybe making this something. I like hanging out with you. I feel like I'm a good person with you as well. You're smart. I feel like it brings out the good in me too. Type of beat.
Just quick question. What does baiting posts mean? What does that look like?
Okay, so you remember when the show Narcos was real popular?
Yeah.
Okay, so I talked about that with her a couple times, and she never watched it. Then she put on her story, finally watching Narcos, and then of course my small brain, college brain, man brain replied to that hey, we should watch this together sometime.
Classic.
Even though I thought this was over, I was like, this might be an end. This might be an end here. And from there it just sort of was. It led to a relationship. It led to it was a good time in my life. I excelled during this time for sure.
That's awesome. I like that. Touche. Okay. And so, I mean, 5 years, that's a ton of time. And again, I'm what the question is always, but I'm not going to ask that question in terms of, where things went down. I think it's too fresh, in my opinion. I think that's, because it's so recent and it being whatever, I think that's too much there. But let me talk about the present. All right. So you are single right now. How is the process of healing doing? going so far? I'm sorry.
It's going, you know, as good as can be. I definitely get lonely. I miss, you know, I'm with my parents right now because I let her keep the apartment
Yeah.
and stuff. So I do miss living with her. I miss hanging out and, you know, having my own space.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know, planning on trying to find something for myself to move out with her with a friend eventually.
Mhm.
But it's going, you know, the healing process is, you know, it's still working on it.
Mhm.
I still do talk to her moms. I've told, I don't know if I've told chat this. I still am friends with her.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's
she
on
was a
good
big.
terms.
It is on good terms.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like it's, you know, I miss her. You know, you cry about it here and there. You know, but it's like, you know, sometimes things just aren't working, and me being on my computer and streaming so much was kind of hurting the relationship a bit as
Really?
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's not really a gamer or any
Mhm.
like an online person. She's more of an in IRL social, you know, type of being. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
No.
when I started streaming, you know, kind of took a lot of our time away, and I felt bad about it, and it just was unfortunate. And I tried the best to balance it for months and months, and it just wasn't working for some reason. It wasn't the same
Mhm.
as pre-COVID.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You know, think it's just like I said, people change. You
Mhm.
know, figure that stuff out. You know, still talk. You know, still you know, but it's just like still figuring out what's going on. Still, you know,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm thinking about getting back or not getting back. It's just like right now I don't plan on doing anything. You know, just
Do
staying
your
single.
thing. Yeah. You know, in the staying single realm, okay, I do have to ask this or so. If you were not in that mentality of I'm gonna stay single and work on me and handle me right now, what is the what kind of types we looking at? You know, what kind of what catches the Urso family eye in that regard?
Honestly, I've never dated a gamer girl, and I kind of want to one day, but not right now, respectfully. But I would like to see, you know, like date someone that's interested in something I'm also very interested in, so we could like bond over it, you know?
The amount of
Yeah.
people that just pilled up a controller, their keeper, all right, God, I gotta start working on this. I gotta start ranking up in Val. I gotta get rid of this. I love that.
It's just like I've always dated like like girls that go partying, like
Yeah.
you know, more popular, like it's like that. I don't know. It's always like you know the girl that wants you to take them to the mall on the
Oh my
weekend or something
gosh.
like that. It's just like, you know, I don't like doing that stuff, but I'll do it for a significant other. You know,
Mhm.
I hate going, respectfully, moms, I hate going shopping in person. I'd rather shop
100%.
online. Like
100%
it's
agree
just
with you.
not fun. Like I hate all the people. Like I'm trying to look at shit, bro. This mom and her child are driving past me with a fucking cart with babies. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, like, I'm trying to fucking shop here. Like, get out of my way. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to like do shit here. It's just like it's not a vibe. You know, it's
You
not a vibe.
you do the Victoria's Secret, like you have to accompany your
Oh
significant.
yeah, I always
Oh
would
my
be. I
god.
was always in the Victoria's Secrets and that shit.
It's not even that it's the panties and shit, it's the perfume. It's too much. I'm like getting a
It is.
headache.
It's like I'm dying in there, bruh.
Yeah.
I mean, like you know, I like to go in those stores and help them choose out some nice
Yeah.
outfits and stuff,
Whatever.
you know. But like,
And,
they gotta chill out on their fragrances. They got like 20 bottles in the front. All these girls are spraying them all over the place.
and there's
All
no
the
place to
testers.
stand and shit, you know?
There's no seats. They don't put
What?
seats. You know what I
No.
usually do? I
What?
move move the little like you know, there's like there's, you know there's those little tables and then there's
Mhm.
like the little bench below the tables where they put all the bras and panties or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I just like slide them over and I take a seat. I'd be chilling, like maybe checking fantasy football, you know,
Yeah.
looking at whatever, you know, just vibing, man. You know, like sometimes it'd be like 20 minutes. Like how long
Yeah.
does it take to try on like 10 bras and stuff?
Yeah.
They gotta get like sized and fitted and all this BS that I don't understand, man. It's like you know, sometimes I'd be like, I'm going to get a pretzel, bro. I'm
Yeah,
going to get a
I go to
pretzel.
Auntie Anne's over here.
Yeah,
I can't take
I'm
this
going
shit.
to,
Yeah.
I'm going to get a pretzel. I'm sitting in the cafeteria for a little bit, man.
Bro, it is brutal. It is so brutal. Just there's no formal play. My ex took a photo of me once just standing there and she's like, do you think this is appropriate to just be standing next to a box of panties? I'm like, no, it's not. But where do you, next to the mannequin, does that feel better? Like, I'd look like a creep. But
Yeah,
it's
there's
just,
nowhere to. They don't give
No.
anywhere. Like,
No.
there's so many guys that have to go in those stores. They could at least give us some benches like Macy's does.
Yeah, exact. Oh, thank you. Wow. Well,
Like-
this is, oh my
Like
God.
it's just like, it's not like I don't want to stand. Like, I'll stand, bro.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
like I'd rather just like, you know, at some point I'm just like, you know, I'm awkwardly changing positions, leaning against the wall, you know, crossing my legs against, you know, it's just, I want to vibe if I'm gonna be waiting in there for 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You know what I mean? It's just not. Yeah,
100%. No,
you
this
know
is-
what I mean.
This is a whole. I could scrap this show. We could talk about shit like this the whole time.
Yeah,
all right?
bro, we could.
This is holy, and nobody understands this. Again, the only place on Twitch you're gonna hear this shit. The only place.
Yeah,
You're talking about
facts.
two dudes formerly in a relationship having to be in a Victoria's Secrets and figure out where's the
Oh,
sweet
my.
spot of not being a creep, but also
And
not.
not even. Yeah, being that's the one thing you're always worried about.
Yeah.
Like, are these girls thinking you're being a creep? Like, you're sitting on the bench next to all the panties. There's like this mom coming by checking them out next to you. It's so awkward. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, and then sometimes the service fucking goes out in the fucking mall, and there's no
Oh,
like,
my
and you're sitting there like, you're just like, what do I do now? Do I just watch these women shopping for bras and panties? No, that's fucking weird, man. I'm gonna look like a fucking weirdo or some creep. I just gotta stare at my phone with no service and just look at the fucking lock screen at that point.
Honestly, I've lied to myself so many times just doing that shit. You're like, all right, maybe I'll
Like,
get an
yeah, like
update on the game.
Yeah, pretending I'm doing something when there's not shit to do because the service went out in the mall. Because some malls have bad service and the mall Wi-Fi sucks ass.
100%. It's so bad. It's so bad. But damn it, that was good. Anywho, all right, Urso. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you sharing. I would say, like, you know, while we have these long form interviews and conversations, this is still just a 15-minute window into your life. But I appreciate you so much.
Oh yes.
For sharing as much as you have and giving us a better glimpse into who you are beyond the content, beyond the overlays and the all this jazz, and going to who you are as a person. I mean, I think there's a lot of cool things and new things that were shared between yourself and your community here at large. That being
Definitely.
said, we're gonna move on to the third segment of the show, and that is the community questions. All right.
Okay.
During the course of this whole interview, people have been sending in stuff. I'm going to refresh it just once here to get in as many as I can possible. I'm going to read to you. We got a good handful here. I'm going to read to you as many as we can, and then we'll move on to the last part of the show here. This one just reads meow or Naya. What is that?
Oh, you're saying it wrong. I got taught this. It's not Nyaya. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, what is it? What does it say?
It's Nya. It's, or if you want, that's not. There's a voice for it you're supposed to use.
What's the voice?
I don't know. Do you actually want to hear the voice? Are you sure?
Of course.
You sure you want to hear this?
Of course.
You
You want to hear the
you po-
voice?
Are you positive?
Yeah.
Nya nya.
Yeah, okay. You're not allowed. You're not allowed at the local Victoria's Secret. I'll tell you that. You're not allowed at the local.
No, that's the voice. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's the voice, bro. I've learned this. I was taught this.
How do you? Na nya. Is that it? Na,
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Okay,
It's
thank
like
you.
nya nya, like that, or just nya.
We gotta save this shit for the premium content. All right, we can't just
Bruh.
give this free on YouTube and Twitch, dude. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
One of my mods, Lainey, taught me this.
Lainey?
I think she was here earlier.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So Lainey's the one throwing. Okay, so she taught you this one. She even taught you the tempo of it.
No, I learned that from Delta.
Oh, okay. Actually, honestly, I'm pretty sure Delta did this on the show 2 days ago.
Yeah. That was. I like that. I love learning about Delta.
Delta's awesome.
He's a good friend.
Delta's awesome. And people are saying that was a little too good, moms. All right, we don't need that energy here.
Okay, I'm looking at chat for a second. I've been trying to get Chloe to say that. I donated like $100 to get her to do that, and she refused. Isn't that a scam?
Are you
And
kidding?
I got scammed,
Dude,
moms.
yeah, absolutely.
I got scammed.
She's a
I
hustler,
was
baby.
throwing subs, bits, and
Yeah.
donies all over the place, man.
Bruh, she has
And
like
she
a
scammed me.
She has like cat ears now. different person. I don't even know.
Oh yeah,
anymore.
she does now. I haven't even.
Mhm.
I have not been able to catch any of her streams lately because
Yeah.
I've been streaming the same time as her. So I need to go check her VODs. Honestly.
Check them out, and there might be even more cats related costumes or other costumes. I don't know. I saw it and I was like, I don't know about this place. Anywho, let me read some more here. Here's a bit of a meme question. Yo, Urso, what's it like back in 323 BC?
Okay. Okay. Now let me guess. This was from probably like Vivian or someone like that.
These are anonymous. I can't even
They're
tell
anonymous.
you who. Yeah.
Oh my god.
These
You
are
know
just
what?
shots.
You know what? Okay. It's shitty back in that. I don't even want to. You know what? Can I skip the question,
Yeah,
Moms? This
of
is
course.
This is
Of course.
This is bull. This is ridiculous.
Absolute.
I was never in BC. No.
Just so rude. Just so rude. Who would send that?
Outrageous, man.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Out of pocket. Whoa. Which is your favorite cat? Do you have numerous cats?
I do. One of them's been laying on my foot purring for like 20 minutes now.
Aw.
We got Chad, Galen, and Lilith. Chad is really cool, but Galen is my favorite.
Whoa.
Very
Why
bonded
so?
with that cat. Cause he like follows me around like a dog. Even right now, he's laying in his bed right below me. When I stream, he either lays in his bed that's under my desk next to me to my right, or he lays on my bed, which is like 2 feet behind my chair. And he just watches me. He just hangs out with me. When I go to bed, he talks to me. He meows. He's like like that kind of, and he just like follows me around. He just cuddles. He's a good cat. He never does anything bad either.
It's probably because he has a regular sleep schedule, and so he's asking.
He sleeps all the time, man. I get less sleep than it.
I bet you you got crackhead hours here on Twitch.
Oh yeah. Even Zen came in my chat yesterday asking why I'm streaming at DGen hours.
Jeez Louise, I know how you guys are doing it, dude.
But respectfully, Moms, here's a tip for anyone out there. Twitch algorithm works where whoever is the higher up on the category, the higher up you are, the more recommended views you get, the more people come in and checking out your channel. If you stream late hours when there's less live, then there's a good bit of audience online. You'll technically get more follows and more interactions than you would during daytime when there's people like Dream SMP streaming, stuff like that. I mean, I'm just trying to build up a community to where I can stream whenever I want, and then we'll go to normal hours eventually.
Okay. Ooh, you got the strat down pat right there. You got the strat down to a science.
Me and Delta talk about this. Delta does the same thing. I don't know if he shared this.
That's
but
actually very true. I've noticed that completely.
Yeah, me and Delta talk about this. It's a good way to grow. I stopped doing it for like 2 weeks. And then I just started doing it again like a week and a half ago. And then if you go look at my numbers or whatever, I mean, fuck numbers. But if you go look at them, you'll see that it's been, even though the streams are way later and, maybe some regulars can't check in as much.
Yeah.
There's a lot more follows, and which is what I care about. I tell my chat, don't worry about the donations. Don't worry about the subs, the bits. I'm trying to get them follows. I'm trying to grow the brand and the streams to where I can expand to other platforms.
Previously, I didn't believe in the follows. And nowadays, I was like, oh, it's about retention. It's about average viewers. But I'm like, actually, the follows are pretty damn important. Those are pretty big stats.
They are.
That people are
if you can get if you can get 100 follows a stream, and then you can get 10 of those people to be consistent viewers, do that a couple times a week, you're from that its own, you're adding onto your average viewership, which it's just building upon something that might not seem important, but follows are I've noticed that it's good to thank them as well. I mean, it's harder for you with your streams because you're on a live talk show, you know what I mean? It's different. It's a lot different than what I do.
I get a weird amount offline too. So it's kind of it's a different science to it all.
Yeah. You're in a different category for sure.
Different world.
Yeah, because a lot of people probably even myself. I put your stream on my stream last night. Told everyone to go follow, and then in my Discord today, just because I want people. I like your content. I'm sure you've seen me around the last 6-7 months. In the chat for various shows and interviews. So and like you've said in the past, I don't know if it's still a slogan you use. I'm probably your favorite streamer's favorite streamer.
That's exactly. It's my favorite thing to
Yeah.
say. I say that time and time again.
It is true. I do like your streams a lot. It's really fun to learn about creators. Like especially you've had like all my friends on here, like Daisy Boomer, Zen, Sajay, Aurora Lights, Ant Frost. It's just like it's cool.
The list goes on. Yeah, and honestly, there's so many more. There's
a lot more that I'm not listing.
I could do this for another year and still just do specifically streamers that are in the like Minecraft category, and it's crazy.
The Minecraft category is booming.
It's cracked.
Lately. It is.
But and most of all, actually, this is what I've learned to love. I just like the people here, like the communities that I've met and all the creators. So nice, so kind. It's I don't feel like sometimes I have a guest. They're like, you don't know this internet meme, you dip, and I'm just like, all right, guys. Like I'm sorry I didn't recognize the newest dank meme of today. And
I don't even notice them that much, bruh.
It's part of the homework here. All right, it's part of my job.
It is. It is part of both our jobs. We gotta. That's why I gotta watch Squid Game so I can go fucking maybe play like Roblox Squid Game because everyone's fucking doing that shit lately.
Honestly, it looks fun. It looks pretty fun.
Yeah, I can't even watch when my friends stream it because I don't know. I don't want to spoil. Like, sadly, I've already had that main game mode spoiled where the lady turns around and shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fair. Okay, I mean okay, fair. That's not too bad. That's not too bad then.
That's all I have spoiled.
Okay,
I've been I know they're all in bunk beds and shit. Like TikTok's fucking spoiling shit for me. Sadly.
True. Yeah, same with especially those theorist ones that are like, "Did you hear the theory about?" And I'm like, "Damn it! Now I know like the first 3 episodes of it." But anywho,
yeah,
fair play. This one says Urso height reveal. Would you reveal your height here, or is that a thing? Have you told?
I've revealed it. I'm 5'11".
What? You ain't short? What the?
I get called short. It's whatever, moms. It's whatever. They can call me short.
You're not a short king if you're 5'11". You tower.
They don't believe me, bro. They don't fucking believe me. I mean, like I'll fucking whenever we do face cam stuff, I'll fucking measure myself on stream.
I could be your footrest. That is ridiculous. 5'11". These guys are just so If you're not if you're just not perfect, apparently, if you're not 6 over and just silky smooth skin.
I mean, like, yeah, I could say 6 foot, but then I'd be lying,
Yeah, fair. And
That's
you don't want that. You don't want that.
No, yeah.
Because some freak's gonna bring a tape measure at TwitchCon. That's happening.
Yeah,
it's just what they do.
And I did grow a couple inches during college too. I used to be like 5'8" when I went into college, but guys tend to grow later in life than girls do.
Well, I'm still waiting for that. Well, thanks for that kind of hope.
No,
that's awesome. That's awesome, dude.
No, I'm sorry. Mom, it's okay.
It's
okay.
It's fine. No, it's
you looking shot. Look what Chloe said. Short kings. I know I'm not supposed to be looking there, but look at that, Mom. There's a confidence.
Thanks, Chloe. Anyway. I'm stupid. All right.
Oh my
god. What do you see as your best traits?
I think probably just trying to be as positive as I can in most situations, no matter how bad they are. I tend to try and look towards the good whenever I can with anything, even if it's a good situation. Just I'm an analytic type of guy with stuff, and
yeah,
I tend to try and read people very, very often, just to understand, what they're thinking, where they're coming from, and why they're doing a certain thing, and try and think the best I can about it.
I like that. That's such a good headspace to be in, and it's like it's definitely easier said than done. You'll see a lot.
Oh yeah, totally.
And it's definitely also a day-to-day process, and I love that though. That's your focus is keeping a positive space here. Let's go with here's 6 more. All right. This first one here, it's loaded. We've been asked this every time. I'll ask this one here live too. Who is your favorite mod?
My favorite mod?
Yeah.
I have to choose a favorite mod.
I have an alternate question with the same response, but it's like if you need a bailout, it's like which mod does the most. But off the cuff.
Well, which mod does the most is Severa. she's not my new head mod because my past one, Sarah, sadly resigned. Love Sarah, she was amazing as well. But am I choosing favorite based on
Whatever criteria you want.
personality?
Whatever you want.
Whatever criteria I want.
Yeah.
Oh my. Uh I would probably say like I can't choose just one mom. That's too even choosing multiple is weird.
Yeah.
I like Severa a lot because she's really chill and you know we vibe with the same type of music's taste as well. I like Chloe a lot too because she's been around my community for probably one of the longest of all my mods, and she's just super understanding and chill.
Yeah.
I like playing Val with her. And also like Lainey a lot too. I probably talked to Lainey not recently, but I probably talked to Lainey the most out of all the mods off stream. Just cause like I don't know, just like me and her are very similar like people. Unlike Chloe and Severa, we're like very similar type of people. Just in regards to how we think and you know how our life is.
I like that. What is the scariest movie you've ever seen? I'm taking a survey, it says.
Scariest movie? I don't get scared by movies, respectfully. Mom's like, no movies scare me. I don't know. There's something wrong with my brain where jump scares don't work on me. Like, I go to haunted houses and stuff, and they don't scare me. They're fun.
What?
They don't scare me. I don't know, man. I watch scary movies with a lot of girls and girlfriends in the past, and they're always shocked at how I don't get scared by shit. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. And even if I'm in a situation where I'm in a scary movie, if I'm gonna die, bro, I'm gonna fucking die. I'm not gonna die scared, that's for sure. I'm just fucking go out, fucking confidence, bro.
You are.
I don't know.
Again, I need you to be in my IRL life, all right? I need you to. You and I, we could start our own buddy cop movie, and I'll clearly be the mouthpiece that's small. And
I got you. I got you. But I will choose a movie for the question, even though I didn't really think any of these were that scary. Insidious, pretty good. Scary movie.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of jump scares, creepy vibes, you know. That's probably the one I would choose. Insidious 2 is not as good as the first, for sure, either. I mean, I would go and see all these movies in theaters with girls and friends and stuff, but I don't get scared. There's something wrong with my brain where there's no, you know, it's like, it's instead of the flight, it's the fight, you know, the fight or flight, it's the fight, man. It's not, you know, I don't know.
See, I'm the type of motherfucker, like, I've been joining Discords and watching scary movies because of October, but I'm the type of motherfucker that will look at my other screen. Like, I'll just be like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. I gotta check a notification. Like, I can't, when a scary part's, and then I just lower the fucking, you know, volume on your headphone, and you're just like, I can't have this in my life. I can't have this.
Yeah. I don't know. My dad's the same way. I must have got it from him. He doesn't get scared from movies either, or. You know, it's just something, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I was just born with it.
Yeah. No, it's just that's not you.
Yeah, I like them. I watch them. I like, more so for the Halloween season, I like the more festive, like, fun, interesting movies more so than the scary ones, because I don't get that same feeling most people get from a scary movie.
I feel it.
It's just different. I don't know.
This next one says, what is your biggest regret / mistake, and how have you learned from it? I'm assuming they're talking about in life in general, but if it applies to streaming,
not content,
you could do that too. Either
biggest can you repeat that again, actually?
What is your biggest regret / mistake, and how did you learn from it?
Oh, that's a tough question, man. That's a tough one. Biggest mistake. Probably not going. I mean, it's not that big a mistake that I went to the college with all my friends and stayed comfortable. I wouldn't say that. Not chasing my dreams as soon as I should, or being as confident in myself as I could when I was younger would probably be what I would say for that. Regarding chasing the dreams, that's more related to content, because I always wanted to do this stuff. And when I was younger, Bad Boy Halo was the reason I started doing Minecraft content. He had me in some of his videos, and he told me that I should start making my own because he enjoyed my company, and so I did. But then I kind of faded away from that. This was like freshman, year of high school. I kind of started partying and got less in tune with my online friends and kind of felt distant. Then I got back in with them and stuff. Like, I used to hang out with like Dream Bad and Sapnap on their server, the prison server.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got, fell apart again because I started partying in college and all that stuff. That would probably be my biggest regret. If I think about if I would have kept with it back then when I was with all those people that are very large creators now, probably would be a much different story for myself. I don't know. You never know for sure. But the longer you do content for, the easier it is to grow. The more help you have from friends.
Yeah.
The more connections you make. The longer you're doing it for, the bigger you're gonna get, no matter what. No matter how small, how big you are. Like, you look at big streamers like XQC and others that have been streaming for a long time, like Nick Merckx, people like that. They didn't come up, started streaming with millions of follows and views and shit like that. I just wish I would have stuck with it back then. Even if it wasn't consistent, who knows what would have happened? You know what I mean? Who knows?
Yeah.
A lot of potentials, and that's probably one of the biggest things besides the confidence. When I was younger, had like no confidence in myself, and that's I don't regret that as much. That's just how you are when you're younger. You learn from that.
100%.
But yeah, totally. I don't know, man. I could go into it more with you. I don't want to like say stuff on stream and people think I'm lying about it. Like it's just all like respectfully, it could have been much different if I would have kept with the group of people I was with, like the friends like Puns and all these people I was hanging out with back then. It could have been a lot different story. Maybe Ursa would have been on the Dream SMP chat. You never fucking know. Like back then, that was when no one was really known in my community of friends.
Yeah. No, I hear you on that. Let me ask these couple more. What inspires you to better yourself, Urso?
What inspires me to better myself probably would be the enjoyment and happiness I'm able to give my community regarding content, not life. Regarding content would be that I'm able to bring, like I said in the beginning of this stream, I'm able to like cheer them up, and if they had a bad day, I get messages later that saying like, thank you for help making my night. I had a bad day. You really put a smile on my face. Help me through some tough times. Even if I'm just some Minecraft dude, faceless streamer, fucking vibing out on Twitch with fucking, Bed Wars, hardcore, fucking speedruns, whatever it may be. It's just a great feeling to be able to help, not even just myself and build off myself, but help build others up too.
Yeah, I like that. What is the most important thing you've learned from your childhood?
You guys with these tough questions, man. Shit.
I don't know what's going on.
This is how it always is. This is not how it's always. It's not always
all
this.
the time, but they're good.
Sometimes these are like intense life thought process questions that you got to think about.
Yeah.
Like, can you repeat that again?
Oh shoot! What is the most important lesson you've learned from your childhood?
Okay. Probably dates back to stuff my mom said. About like just always trying your best at what you're doing. Give it your all. And then you can be happy at the end of the day knowing that you did something with your full effort. Potentially pop off, potentially not. If not, that's okay. There's always other things you can try in life. There's always another step you can take. Always somewhere else you can go. There's just one set path. And I learned that when I was young. There's many avenues and outlets that you can take to get to certain goals, and if those goals don't work, you can always take a back route to a different path, and still make things work out. Even if it's not exactly how you planned.
Yeah, I feel that. Here, I'll hit you with this one then. So Urso, okay.
Is this a Mimi one?
Well, you'll find out. So Urso, ... I've heard from chat that you're a furry, and just want to confirm this from you.
Oh my. Oh my, bro. Chat. I am not a furry. You guys need to understand this.
What,
respectfully.
What would give him the indication?
Because I'm a monkey in Minecraft. Any in the Minecraft community, anyone that has an animal skin is labeled as a furry. which is bullshit, moms. It's bullshit. The reason I have a monkey skin is because I used to be a bear. Because my friends, the meaning of my name is Urso in Portuguese, stands for bear. Me and my friends wanted to start making content and stuff, so we all had bear skins. I took the main names, Ursofamily, Bear Family, and then from there, we broke up. Not broke up, but like we stopped playing games together. We just sort of partied and stuff. And said I was the only one who stuck with the craft. Then the Jungle Update came out. I became a monkey because I always have liked monkeys a lot. They're cool animals. They're smart. And just been a monkey ever since then. I'm not a furry, chat. I'm a fucking guy. I'm a guy. I might have some fucking hair on my chest and shit, bro.
I'm a guy.
I'm not a fucking furry, bro. I ain't no furry, okay?
I'm a
You guys need to...
real guy.
I ain't no furry, moms. I ain't no furry.
I believe you. I'm on your team. When they're over here asking
would
those
I wear
questions.
cat ears? Would I wear cat ears for a stream?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, I would.
You
of
have
course
to.
I would.
Yeah.
Would I wear a cat made outfit? Yes, of course. But would I dress up as a fucking monkey on stream? Maybe for a sub goal, but probably not, moms. Probably not.
So there you go. Hey, I don't know. This is canon, all right. So this show is in your universe of whatever you stream, all right. So I don't know. This is. Would you ever do a maid outfit?
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. I have no problem doing that. That'd be funny.
Good.
It'd probably be a sub goal as well. I've been trying to stray away from sub goals. I've been focusing more on follows. If we ever get back to sub goals, we'll probably maybe think about that in the future.
Okay, good on you. We got two more here. First one goes, Urso fam, you have had such a huge impact on my life and many others. You have such a wonderful and welcoming community of people who I now call some of my best friends. Thank you for being you and always making us laugh. Heart.
Aww.
That's a nice
That
one.
is a very kind message. Whoever that was, thank you for being a part of my community. And like I said, when I started streaming, a big part of what I wanted to do was be able to help people make friends, just like how, Bad helped me make friends at a younger age too. And like the friend, you might not think they're as meaningful, these friendships, but they really can be super meaningful. And like Mom said earlier, even if you stray away for a little while, it's just one DM away where you guys could link back up, reconnect and start hanging out again. It's just as simple as that, Don't let people in your real life tell you that online friends are different. They're different for sure, but not in a bad way. They're just friends. And I'm so glad that you're able, whoever this is, you're able to make friends and memories from my content and able to have some happiness from that. So much love.
That's why when like people have that really sad meme where it's like 375 days since last played, I'm like, why don't you just DM that person? They're clearly on your friends list on Xbox Live. I mean, at the very least, you made the effort.
Facts.
So, I mean, 100%. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad. One last here, and this one's a paragraph, so bear with me. I'm going to try my best to read this one from a sniper's distance. It goes, "Hey, Urso, this is someone you've known for a long time, so just listen. You're doing fucking awesome, buddy. You're doing great. The work that you do does not go unnoticed at all. You've been grinding just as hard as everyone else, if not harder. You've been going and going. I just want you to know that it is all going to be okay and it is going to work out. One day, this hard work that you sometimes wonder if it is paying off will pay off. You are loved. You are always wanted in this community. So keep grinding and keep going, because sometime soon, your time will come, bro. Heart. Love you, monkey."
Bro, that one's got me tearing up, Mom. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You think you know who that one is?
It's either Boomer or Die, I believe. One of the two. I'm not sure who, but oh man, thank you so much. And I have been grinding, and I hate crying on any live stream. I try my best not to do it. Just I don't know. I feel weird doing it. But I am tearing up right now.
No, dude.
So thank you so much. I really do appreciate that message. I am indeed grinding my fucking ass off, and I got a lot of plans, and I want to be able to execute these all eventually, and potentially hit what we're aiming at, which is being able to fully support myself and maybe potentially my mom, my family, and whoever else. Like, because if I ever make a lot off streaming, I'm not gonna spend it on like cars and dumb shit.
Amen.
I want to give it back to like my family, my sister, my mom, whoever else I can help, even if it's just like friends online.
Mm.
I want to be able to just help people and not just fucking be one of those streamers who's like flexing all this shit. Like,
Mhm.
I don't like I've said this before. Money's not that important to me, and I just want to give back to those because some people money is a big problem for, sadly, just like how it used to be for me when I was a kid. So I know how it can be, living in poverty and not having a lot. So thank you, whoever that was. I think it's either Brim or Die. I could be wrong. I'm not sure, but that just sounds like one of them. So much love to you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah. No, that's huge. And I fully agree with that statement. I mean, I may not have been here for too long, but I could see where efforts are made. A lot of people try to cut corners, a lot of people trying to fast track their content creation career.
Mhm.
But you work hard and it shows. And it's one of those things where you consistently put your hat in the ring and uh, while we can ponder on the past as much as we want, what you're working towards is for a future. And
Exactly.
you know, I think you're making. I don't think I know you're making your name very much known in this community and in a positive light, most of all. And so I'm excited to see you go there. I'll save all that kind of stuff at the end of the show,
Aw.
but that
Yeah,
is
but
those are
whoever that was, thank you so much for that kind message. You know, it could be Ant. I don't know who that
Mhm.
was. I don't want, if I didn't say the right person, I apologize. But thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Like, I always can rely on the homies and if I don't tell you guys this enough, homies that are here, you guys, we're all fucking killing it together. We're fucking taking over this shit. We got this shit on lockdown. Like, we'll all have some fucking bread on our plate to share with everyone one day. So much love.
I love that. I love that. And just like that, Urso, that's the show. It's as easy as that. I feel like a doctor every time or a nurse that just gave a flu shot every time I say that or every time I like wrap this stuff up. Because it's always, like I said at the beginning, nervous. It's a whole new show. People don't
Yeah.
understand. And they're like, what the hell am I getting myself into? But it was so nice just sitting across from you and learning and hearing you
Aw.
out. And I did not know what to expect, but I'm constantly pleasantly surprised. That being said, Urso, much like anything in life, nothing is free. So I need two things from you, all right? Two things from you before we go on to our secret segment at the end of the show, which I'm sure you're aware of. But this first
Okay,
thing
okay.
I need from you here is I need you to choose a name that isn't myself, a mod, or a VIP from the viewer list here watching live on Twitch. Any name will do. Any name.
Should I choose like a friend?
That's up to you. It's up to your discretion.
Okay.
I got no skin in the game for this one.
Okay. This is for the VIP lounge. I see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it to Diatomic Arc 7. He's a homie.
Diatomic. And you said how long have you known Dia?
Like 10 years about. I met
That's
him
right.
in Bad Boy Halo's TeamSpeak server.
There you go. It's as easy as that. Dia, you've got VIP here. I will change that by the next interview, by next week. But I got one more thing I need from you. I only have
Okay.
5 VIPs, so you're taking out one of them right here, right now. All right?
Oh, I hate this part.
This is the Squid Game part of the show. All right,
Oh my
someone's got to
god.
go. So
There's the list right
I
there.
put the
Okay.
list into the chat. We have Valen Globe, Artist Jupiter, Scooter Farts, Cassie Froggy, and the Baby Seal. All right. Clearly,
Okay,
Cassie Froggy's terrified, and Valen's right above.
I'm not taking it away from Seal because they're the most recent recipient of this honor.
Uh-oh.
So that narrows it down to 4 other people. I don't know if I've seen Scooter in here at all today, or I've seen Cassie and Globe quite often, so I'd feel kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me who's had it the longest, Mom? Is that allowed?
I don't know if you would if that helps because it's Valing who is technically the one that's had it the longest, but Valing's
How
coming
long
through.
has Malling had it?
The longest point was like 4 months, and then he got it taken away, and then he got it back. And then,
What?
well, got it back because someone picked
Oh my
Valing.
god, Valing popping off. Okay, Valing, you're real active in here. I won't do that to you, Seal or Cassie. So that leaves two options. You got a 50-50 choice.
Mhm.
You got a 50-50 choice. You want me to take it from them, Zen? Oh, dude, I feel bad.
This is
They're so
brutal.
active,
This
though.
is
They're so
brutal.
active.
I don't like-
They're so active,
Zen's
dude.
a freak, dude. Zen's a.
Oh my god. Yeah. Take it away from Valinger, so oh no. Yo, honestly, so we're gonna take it away from. Wait, Zen, you're the one who took it from Valing in the first. Is that what he's telling me?
I think I don't know. Maybe.
Yo, oh my god.
It's been a
Zen,
while.
Zen, I can't do it like that. I feel too bad. They're here so
Dirty.
often.
This is an asshole.
Okay, let me just check something. Let me see if Scooter or Jupiter are
Yes,
here.
it
No,
was
neither of
me.
them are here. Run it back, Urso. Oh no. I'm getting peer pressured here, moms. I'm getting fucking peer
your
pressured
choice.
right now.
Your choice. I have no say in this. I'm just here to execute. That's all I do.
Alright, okay. We're gonna take it away
I'll
from
put the-
I can't do it, Zen. We're taking it away from Scooter farts because there's farts in their name.
There it is.
I'm sorry, Zen. I feel too bad. They're active. They're active in the chat, man.
Scooter, you're out of here. Sorry. Thanks for playing. We'll see you again soon, Scooter, hopefully. And what is it? Valing survives another show. This is
I seen Valing in the chat a lot when I look
Every
over.
time.
And I feel bad taking away from someone who's active in your community.
you'll get
Look
it.
at look at Zen in the chat.
That's a freak, dude. Yeah, I'll get you one day again. I don't interview someone again, all right? That's just how it is. But, he's going to find a future interviewee, and he's like, all right, get this guy, Valing Globe.
Oh my god!
and
He's
you're
gonna, next one of the homies. He's gonna be like, yeah, you know what to do at the end of the stream.
Mm-hmm. Goes through the whole show. You know what to do. You know what to do. All right. That being said, I got one more thing for you, Urso. All right, and it's this: I'm always looking for people to watch here on Twitch, as well as possibly interview here on this show. But I'm always interested in my guests, all right, and their opinions because we've shared this space. I trust you. Who is someone that you would like to watch go through the ringer with me and have the same conversation 3+ hours about their lives, both online and off?
This is tough for me because a lot of my close homies have already been interviewed by you. I'm one of the last, respectfully. So I'm gonna choose some people that are a little bit bigger because I know they haven't been interviewed, and I think they would be good for it that I've known for a long time. First, I'm gonna say Babel Halo. I said this earlier in the show. I'd even hit him up and recommend it to him if you want. Honestly,
It's really kind.
Also, Puns as well. Puns hasn't been on either, right? If he
No.
was, I would know. I don't think he has. Puns is I've known Puns for a long ass time too, since he was a little squeaker.
Mm.
So I would say those two. I
Those
don't know
two.
who else I'd recommend. All my friends have pretty much been interviewed by you. Literally all of them, pretty much.
Through the ringer. That's good call. All right, bad boy Halo Puns. You want to do a little bit of a invite for them?
I'll hit them up for you for sure. I'll
Oh,
recommend it to them.
Oh, I was literally gonna just do it right now. I was gonna ask.
Let's do it. How
wanna
you
run
want me to DM them or what? What's the deal here? We going?
No.
Buns is live right now.
So this is what's gonna happen. I do this every once in a while, where I will do literally a clip, a 1-minute call out.
Oh, okay, the
And-
clip thing.
and
That
I-
answered me.
I will give you this. All right, this is the one prompt. If you'd like to do it, if not, I don't really mind either way.
No, I'll do it.
All right. The prompt is this. I'm going to say, I'll ask you what you could say to them to possibly convince them to be on the show. That's it.
Okay, first we'll start with bad. So,
Well, oh, no.
BBH
Oh, wait. I'm going to, I got to do the whole clip and then I'll pass it over to you.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
And we have to keep it within a minute. So, including my time to talk. So, it's got to be quick.
Including puns and bad or just one or both?
Both, I guess. Up to
Okay,
you.
okay.
But yeah. All right. Ready? And yo. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Streamer Studio. Today's very special guest, Ursofam. And we've come to the point of the show where I have the guests recommend a streamer that they would like to come on and watch, talk about their lives, both online and off. And Bad Boy, Halo, and Puns, your names came up. So again, this is an open invite. If you'd like to do the show, I'd love to have you. Urso, what would you like to say to them that could possibly convince them to come and join this old Asian man here on the show?
So, Bad and Puns, you guys are both great creators. You're looked up to a lot of people in the Minecraft community. It would mean a lot to not even myself and other of your friends, but it would mean a lot to your community to get to know you better, to understand what makes you do certain things, how you work, and just why you grind your content, and why you put it out there to make so many happy faces every single damn day. So, think about it. It'd be a great time for you guys. Much love.
There it is. The invite's open. Scene. There you go. It's as easy as
Okay,
that.
that was under a minute, I believe.
One
We're
take
chilling.
wonder right there. If someone can clip
That's
that,
right.
perfect. I'll do it after the show. If not, but Urso, homie, it's been an absolute blast. Honestly,
It has indeed, yes.
I could tell, it's okay. Something for me, I love emotional intelligence. For me, I listen to a lot of people's tone. So when I hear people at the beginning of the show, you could hear the kind of hesitation, skittishness. And then just now, I just hear the flow. Like this is lost track. Like I don't feel like this is a show anymore.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
just
feel like
so
we're just
nice.
fucking vibing on a talk show right now, bro. We're on like we're like on Good Morning America or some shit right now, bro.
I am pumped to have you and your friends together and just to hang out with you all because I've enjoyed the show so much. This whole week has been such a blessing, and you all have made my life so much easier in terms of I was stressed out, I'll be honest, for all the shows. And so being able to go one by one to have you all and just reconnect or connect with you for the first time has been such a blessing. And everyone that I've met that has talked about you has only said the highest things. And so I'm excited that we've been able to do this and hang out. Again, I would love to chop it up. If you're free tomorrow, all right, tonight I got to do something tomorrow morning early, so I got to, pass. But if you're free tomorrow or this weekend, hop on that call. I literally still have written down the things that we didn't get to talk about here live.
Yeah. I'm down tomorrow. I don't do shit besides stream and fucking work on other shit lately.
Sick. All right. Just text me when you're, or DM me when you're. Oh my gosh, I went straight with the text there. So right, I'm moving too fast.
Already.
I'm moving too fast here. I'm moving too fast. Just DM me on Discord when you're free. It's the boomer in me. That's the old person thing to say. Text me, page me when you're free. But
at least you didn't say email, man. At least you didn't say.
I'm not that old yet. I mean, I'm corporate, but I'm not that corporate. All right. But we have one more thing. All right. Before we go our separate ways, we have one more thing, and it's this. This show, Inside the Streamer Studio, is inspired by a 90s television show called Inside the Actors Studio, where actors, you know the show?
I know that from you. I've never watched the show.
Damn. All right. Well, yeah, it's all right. I'll try to trailblaze this show for you. But actors, actresses, and entertainers would join James Lipton, who is a host and professor, into his classroom auditorium, and they would do long form interviews. They would talk about their lives, both on screen and off screen, going the full length, literally from childhood to where they are now. And so as an homage to him, I end my show the exact same way as his. And he asks each and every one of his guests for 23 seasons, 10 questions. And so we're going to do those here tonight. There's only 3 rules to this part of the show. 1 is that you have to answer each and every question. That's non-negotiable. 2 is that I'm going to be quiet during this segment. I'm going to read the question. I'm going to let you answer. I'm going to have a moment of silence to pass, and then I will read the next question.
Okay.
And 3 is to try your best to keep your answers within one thought. So not one word, not one paragraph, one sentence will do. And that's it. After that, I'll give you the final word, and we'll go our separate ways from that. All right, Urso?
Sounds good.
All right. You ready?
I am ready.
All right. Question 1. What is your favorite word?
Favorite word, probably cat. I don't know. I love cats. Love hanging out with them. I like bruh a lot too. The word bruh.
What is your least favorite word?
Fuck. I don't even know, man. I like a lot of words. Maybe honestly the word I don't the phrase I don't know. I don't like when people say that to me. I like concise answers.
What turns you on?
Like romantically? Oh, you can't even reply. Someone who knows what they're doing and is confident in themselves and all their capabilities and abilities.
What turns you off?
Someone that's super like nosy and up in your shit where you don't want them to be. Sort of like, just not really chill.
What sound or noise do you love?
Um, I don't know. I like vibrations from like car motors a lot for some reason. Like a nice fucking car. Like that shit sounds clean.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Fucking pool noodles in the fucking water, bro, and you're fucking rubbing your fingers over that shit. Oh, that's terrible. That shit is terrible.
What is your favorite curse word?
Probably fuck because I say it all the time.
What profession, other than your own, would you like to attempt?
My backup plan, professor or something in the criminology and criminal justice field.
What profession would you not like to do?
Uh, that's a tough one because you never want to say that. Probably just someone's assistant. Like, I don't know. I like being my own boss, be able to work for myself, but to get anywhere, you have to, usually do that.
And lastly, Urso. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You fucking killed it, buddy.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ursofamily. Urso, there it is, dude. Well done, well done,
Let's go.
well done. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Well,
I'm not gonna lie to you, moms. That last part's all I feel like is the hardest part. I'm gonna be real with you.
really?
Yeah,
The 10
I don't know.
questions?
Whenever I watch people do that, whenever I just did it, I don't know. I was chilling the whole other time.
Mm-hmm.
But without verification of what you mean by certain questions, I'm just like, I gotta fucking figure it out on my own on the spot right quick.
I mean, take
I
it
wanna-
as you will. For me, it's
Yeah,
one of those
exactly.
things where I don't think there is a wrong answer, you know?
You're right. But yeah, I feel you there.
But
The whole other part of the show, I loved it. That part, the last part, I liked it too. It's just I felt like I was, yeah.
I got you. Well, dude, I mean, before I give you the final words, man, Boomers and all your friends, they were right. I love this show. I loved hanging out with you. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you and especially the person beyond the content and all of this stuff here online. I think what you've shared tonight, a lot of vulnerability. There was a lot of stories where even if we couldn't go to in depth about some of them, you could tell where the lessons learned, the wisdom given from those experiences are clearly driving you where you are today. And while the tough question of during the community part where are there any regrets or mistakes, while we can always ponder on whether it be that or anything in life, what you're doing and moving forward with your future and your content and your life is so much more inspirational and so much more of your focus. It's awesome to watch and it's so cool. And this is from one old head to another to see someone at our damn ages do what we do.
Oh yes.
So it has been an absolute pleasure and an honor to sit across from you here in this call. and share this moment together. And of course, I would love to work with you in the future. I mean, that's without saying, without all the DMs and all that. I will say that here openly. I would love
Appreciate
to.
it. I'm totally down anytime, man.
You got it.
Anytime, because
But oh, what's up?
even your regular shows, not these Inside the Streamer. Those ones are
Oh,
super fun to watch. Like I watched all your shit this week. So
Ah,
I mean,
man.
technically, I'm not watching right now. I'm fucking
Yeah.
on it.
Ah,
But
there you go.
I was in and out for both Deltas and Zen and Boomers
Yeah.
shit this week, just because they're all homies. And I watched all their interviews as well.
Mhm.
Whenever they did have interviews, like Daisy, Boomer, Zen, Ant,
Mm.
all the homies.
Yeah, yeah, and it'd be great to get you, in pairings and in rotations with all of them too. But Urso, you get the final word. What would you like to say to those that are watching live here on Twitch, in the future on YouTube, or listening on Spotify?
Yo, so thank you guys so much first and foremost for, hanging out with me and Moms for these last 4 hours. It's been a fucking blast, I enjoyed this more than I thought. I was a little nervous at first. I never really shared too much personal info with a lot of my community.
Mhm.
I just do that more so for, personal safety. But I'm at a point where I'm growing enough where I feel like I need to share some more shit with you guys. Let you guys know more into what it is to, be me and how I came to be who I am today. With that said, want you guys to always, be your best self. Even if it's tough, analyze what you think you're doing wrong and all that good shit. Figure out what you want to do. It doesn't even mean you have to do it right away. You got a lot of time in your lifetime. Find out what you truly love to do, whether that be, working somewhere, whatever that fucking be. Just be yourself. Enjoy your life. Don't take things too seriously. Just fucking vibe, man. Just fucking vibe out, and you're gonna kill it no matter what, as long as you're enjoying yourself.
Hell yeah, I love that so much, Urso. We'll talk again soon. I'll DM you right after the show. All right.
Sounds good, homie.
All
Thank you
right.
so much for having me. This was a blast.
Of course.
Anyone that ever gets asked to do this shit, I thought about saying no. I was like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want all my shit out there. Just fucking do it. Fuck it. It's fun. Moms is a cool fucking dude to talk to. He's a fucking he's a vibe.
Oh man.
And sometimes he'll get you with those questions where you don't know how to answer. But just fucking say what you're thinking, and it'll go good.
Oh man, too kind. Urso, I'll talk to you again soon. All right.
All right, adios, moms. Have a
Peace,
good rest of
peace.
your night.
You too.
Bye.
You too. Peace.